Look at people with very weak disposition. I need men and women made of steel. Nothing moves. You continue to push forward, never knowing what it means to retreat. Only forward can you go. Look at people with very weak disposition. I need men and women made of steel. Nothing moves. You continue to push forward, never knowing what it means to retreat. Only forward can you go. Look at people with very weak disposition. I need men and women made of steel. Nothing moves. You continue to push forward, never knowing what it means to retreat. Only forward can you go. Look at people with very weak disposition. I need men and women made of steel.
Good evening.
Nothing moves.
10 minutes to
You
9
continue
p.m.
to push forward.
I am Lieutenant Colonel in the Reserves, Jonathan, and I'm here to give you a daily or a nightly update. We are 62 hours after the Hamas invasion of Israel, of southern Israel. The count of Israeli casualties is the staggering, unprecedented number of 2,300 wounded and more than 700 dead. Those are all of the casualties, civilian and military, but unlike any other time in Israeli history, the majority of those casualties are unfortunately civilian. Why are they civilians? Because the attack that Hamas did was focused on butchering and executing and massacring civilians in Israel. They struck the military as well, and we have military casualties, but that wasn't the focus. The focus was our civilians. Probably the most challenging part is that we, as we speak, have dozens of Israelis that are held in captivity in Gaza under Hamas and the Islamic Jihad. Hamas and the Islamic Jihad are responsible for their well-being. We have civilians, women, children, elderly, infants, and even disabled people that have been taken by these beasts from Gaza that have come across our borders and executed civilians. Then they took civilians back into Gaza and paraded them on the streets to be harassed, attacked, and assaulted, with crowds cheering on. And all of these videos have been proudly disseminated by Hamas members showing their so-called achievement. So if this is their achievement, it should tell you who it is that we are dealing with and what level of barbarity and inhumane treatment that we are facing. I can say finally today, now, many hours after Hamas invaded into southern Israel, that Israeli security forces, IDF, police, and the others have re-established control of southern Israel. There's still attempts by Hamas and other terrorists to get across the border and get into Israel and to attack in other locations. But the IDF has regained control over all of the Israeli communities. There are no more active terrorists in any of the communities, but there is fighting along the border, but we are now back in control of the situation. We have mobilized more than 300,000 reserve troops, which, to put into context, is more than we have ever done before in such a short period of time. And that should indicate the severity of the situation from our perspective. In 48 hours, 300,000 reservists have been mobilized. They are now both in southern Israel and in northern Israel. In the south, they are preparing, getting ready, equipping themselves, and studying their missions and their future tasks. They're defending the border, and they're making sure that there are no further attacks against Israeli civilians in the south. The IDF has been given rather clear guidance from the Israeli government what it is to achieve, and we will focus on degrading until 100% completion of all of Hamas's military capabilities. What that means in plain terms, in plain language, that Hamas won't be able to strike Israeli civilians ever again. That's what it means. How that will be accomplished is a matter of strategy and tactics. I won't go into those details, how, when, and where, but I can say that we have been striking Hamas military targets from the air for the last 7, 8, or even 10 hours, and there are a lot of Hamas military casualties. We are striking their bunkers, we're striking their command positions, we're striking the places where they launch rockets from Israel, and we are striking places where they're hiding, these so-called fighters. By the way, if you ask yourself, and if you're watching TV and you see lots of images of destruction in Gaza, and you may get the wrong impression that we are aiming for ordinary buildings, and you may hear people say that we are trying to strike civilian targets, that is nonsense. We are striking military targets belonging to Hamas. We're focusing on fighters. We're focusing on those who are fighting against us. We have no business killing civilians in Gaza. And we said, any civilian in the different environments in Gaza, specifically the Rimal neighborhood in Gaza City and a few other locations, we've said so in Arabic to them so that they can understand, get out because you're above and you're being used by Hamas as human shields, and you better not be where you are because this is a very dangerous place. And we're doing that because we do not seek to kill civilians, we are after the terrorists. Now you may hear stuff about water and about electricity. Let me put that into context. We are at war. We have been assaulted, attacked by a ruthless, inhumane enemy that has butchered our civilians. I am sure that if you, for a moment, think about it, I am sure that you'll agree with me that you cannot expect us to be providing electricity, water, and energy to the very same enemy that has come across the border to kill our civilians. Surely you cannot expect us to be doing that. So that is where we are now. We are focused on fighting, we're focused on defending our civilians, and setting the situation straight in the south. There have been attacks up north as well, along our border with Lebanon. And I understand that terrorists have tried to infiltrate into Israel. They were repelled by Israeli troops, and one was able to flee, the rest were killed. And as we speak now, there are no current attacks along our northern border, but we are deployed, vigilant, and ready to defend and strike if there should be additional aggression against us. In the eastern Mediterranean, there is a U.S. battle group advancing towards the eastern Mediterranean and towards proximity to our shores. What they're saying, and these are not my words, is to all of the other terrorist organizations in the region and their puppeteers in Tehran, their Iranian masters, if you think that this is a good time to join in the fight and attack Israel from other fronts, think again. That is the American message, and that is a message that we totally approve. We are strong, united, we are focused on our mission. We will come out of these first horrible, terrible, God-forsaken days of trauma, and we will strike back at our enemies like we haven't done before. That is what we are going to do. I urge you, if you're watching this, please stay informed. Please listen to information and read and consume information from a verified source. When you hear criticism leveled at Israel, think if that criticism was leveled at the country where you live, any free democratic country, if your country was in a similar situation, would that criticism be leveled at your country? And if it were, would it be just? I don't think it is. I don't think that the level of criticism against Israel, historically speaking, is fair, and I'm sure that in this conflict as well, as soon as we will start defending ourselves, we will be singled out unfairly for things happening in Gaza. Responsibility for everything happening now in Israel and in Gaza lays only on one organization directly, and that is Hamas. They are the ones who started this. They were the ones who launched an unprovoked and unprecedented attack against Israel, and they are the ones who literally opened the floodgates of hell on the Gaza Strip. Stay informed, stay safe, and if you're a supporter and a friend of Israel, make it heard, make it count, and we shall prevail. Thank you for being with us.
We warmly invite you to our 2023 Biafra Self-Referendum Convention. This is first ever Biafra Self-Referendum Convention to take place in Helsinki, Finland. Dates: 20th and the 21st of October 2023. Venue: Mesukeskus, Helsinki. Time: 9 a.m. Helsinki, 11 p.m. Ebubia, Biafra Land. Whole day event. Special speakers: Prime Minister Ekpa Simon Njurko, Biafra Republic Government in Exile, and many more.
The governor of the state himself obeys the sit-at-home on Monday, and then the civil servants that work in government house obey the sit-at-home, and government shut down on Mondays. It means the real governor of Southeast is Simon Ekpa, ruling the Southeast from Finland.
The summary of it: the summary of it is that we cannot run away from this stark reality that Nigeria has to be restructured. Whether it is the restructuring that gives more powers to states, or a return to the regional arrangement of the past, or the restructuring that allows parts of the country that want to go and stand as independent nation, whatever that restructuring means, we must not run away from it. And our position as bishop, and I must say now, I'm carrying you along as a diocese, is that if we continue to pretend that all is well, we will keep bleeding profusely, and very soon there might be nothing called Nigeria. Instead of our killing ourselves under the pretext of remaining one indivisible nation, some people say Nigeria's unity is non-negotiable. I want to say it is negotiable. This thing is like marriage. You don't force two people to get married. We have been forced into a marriage that is hurting us. And every day we are dying and pretending to be one. Please, instead of our killing ourselves, and there will be no Nigeria left, let us come to a round table like this. Bring Nigeria as a cake. Bring one big knife and share the cake. Share the cake. Share the cake.
This thing leaning me so I don't know.
Welcome to Helsinki. We are about to visit Messukeskus Helsinki, an expo and convention center which is one of the largest ones in the Nordic countries. Messukeskus has exhibition halls, a conference wing and also a hotel, right all under the same roof. It's only 5 minutes away from the city center or a short train ride away from the airport.
The exhibition halls are behind me, and just here we have the entrance to our meeting rooms in our conference wing. We have the latest technology in-house. For example, in January 2017 we already had reality in our exhibition hall. Our Wi-Fi is built for 20,000 people and is free of charge. Our professional AV team is there to help you for anything you need. However, if you have your own reliable partner, you're welcome to bring them along as well. We are now in the private entrance of our conference wing with 40 meeting rooms available. Messukeskus Helsinki is a large venue, but we welcome events of any size. This is our largest meeting room in our conference wing. All our meeting rooms are equipped with the latest AV technology, air conditioning or heating, and the Wi-Fi.
Messukeskus Helsinki has hosted world-class seminars, festivals, fairs, exhibitions, even TV productions, and of course international congresses. Thank you for visiting Messukeskus and Helsinki virtually. We hope to see you soon in person. Welcome to Helsinki. We are about to visit Messukeskus Helsinki, an expo and convention center which is one of the largest ones in the Nordic countries. Messukeskus has exhibition halls, a conference wing and also a hotel, right all under the same roof. It's only 5 minutes away from the city center or a short train ride away from the airport.
The exhibition halls are behind me, and just here we have the entrance to our meeting rooms in our conference wing. We have the latest technology in-house. For example, in January 2017 we already had augmented reality in our exhibition hall. Our Wi-Fi is built for 20,000 people and is free of charge. Our professional AV team is there to help you for anything you need. However, if you have your own reliable partner, you're welcome to bring them along as well. We are now in the private entrance of our conference wing with 40 meeting rooms available. Messukeskus Helsinki is a large venue, but we welcome events of any size. This is our largest meeting room in our conference wing. All our meeting rooms are equipped with the latest AV technology, air conditioning or heating, and the Wi-Fi.
Messukeskus Helsinki has hosted world-class seminars, festivals, fairs, exhibitions, even TV productions, and of course international congresses. Thank you for visiting Messukeskus and Helsinki virtually. We hope to see you soon in person.
God began to speak to me about Biafra, and I'm worried. I stopped somewhere last month, and I'm going to throw a little light on another one. And I pray that the authority concerned should listen to me. And it's a statement. Dialogue now, so that you should not be knocking the door for dialogue and there's no dialogue. That's what God told me. I keep saying it. I said there is a spirit in this young man. It is bigger than what physical eye can see. I'm not an Igbo man, I'm a Yoruba man, but I'm speaking as a prophet. I said what I see in this young man is bigger than him. You see the man, the small boy that they call him, what is inside him is bigger. It's not just an ideology, it's bigger. I said, I see an animal. Which animal did I told you last time? I say what? A what? A what? A small puppy. And I say, I see a small puppy going forward. All of a sudden, I saw so many strange wild animals, lion, deer, great animals around the puppy. Then I saw the puppy look back and saw the animals around him are so many. Suddenly the puppy, what I saw last month, the puppy is developing some futures of wild animals. This prophetic word is not for the negative. It's very important. Take the Biafra agitation serious. Dialogue now. Because I see a time, doors are knocked, calls are made. People who are heady are saying we have come down, but these people are not willing to dialogue again. Please, redeeming the time, for the days are evil. Dialogue now. Dialogue now. I repeat it again. I'm not an human, but I'm telling you what I'm shown in the spirit. What? I'm seeing great people, important people in this nation coming together and saying, now, okay, we want to sit on the table, let us talk. But the people you want to talk with are saying, it's too late. Please, dialogue now. The days ahead are evil. Dialogue now. This is not a cry of a baby. It's a cry of an adult. I repeat it again. Dialogue now. Please. Every authority. There come a time when a revolution is about to take place. The power of gun, bombs, and bullets cannot hold an ideology. Please, dialogue now. This is not the time of, I have bullets, I have gun, I have bomb. This has nothing to do with bullet and bomb. If you know what I'm seeing in the realm of the spirit, everyone in federal authority should take the Biafra agitation serious. If you are once a founding father of this nation, sit down around the table and listen to your children. Dialogue now. This is not the time to arrest anybody. It's the time to hear the cry of the people. Dialogue now. Because it's going to be the last resultant solution at the end. But when you are asking, when the king comes down from his throne and he's saying, I'm ready to talk, and everybody's throwing stone at you, then you will know that it is important to dialogue with honor and prestige and go out and there is peace in the land.
Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, fellow Biafrans all over the world, ladies and gentlemen of the press. This is an emergency broadcast. Some of you may not be aware that I am going to be live this evening. I want to thank Biafra people for having observed the sit at home and the curfew for the past 2 weeks. Today begins the last week of these 3 weeks curfew and sit at home civil disobedience. And of course, as very predictably always, the Nigeria terrorist government has done it again today once more in order to blackmail the civil disobedience of the Biafra movement. Today, they attacked innocent Biafrans, even when we know and told them that sometime when this Nigeria DSS, terrorist DSS, will come to attack, they will also not make available security to protect you, because they are the one that is going to that heinous act. Today they have done it in Ezambo, another part of Ebonyi State. And yet, nobody was there to protect those that were pushing to come out. The same people who ask you to come out are the same people who will come to attack you, burn your properties, and then blame it on Biafra. But you know, like we have told them, no amount of burning will stop what we are doing. It is not more than what they have done in other states. In Imo State, for example, the military, you wear their clothes, they don't even come like Onongo men. They wear their clothes, carry their armor tanks, carry their helices, and enter villages and start burning them. So we have seen worse than what we see today in Ezambo, Ebonyi State. And it is not going to move us. Our sit at home remain. Our curfew remain from tomorrow 6 to 12. Those who will push you to come out will still be the one that will bring people to attack you. And then nobody will be there to protect you. So I don't know how many times you are going to learn. We told you all they do is to do everything possible to sabotage the mechanism that is working for us. And of course, they never learn their lesson. You also never learn your lesson. Because if they actually learn their lesson, they would have known for the past 2 years, no amount of attack will make us step back an inch. Not me. Not in this struggle. Till Biafra come. Our air is air. Our yes is yes. Our no is no. Our go is go. Our come is come. Our stop is stop. We are not going to step back an inch of the template we are using to delegitimize Nigeria government within Biafra land. So if you want to make yourself available to be used for propaganda, that is what you have seen today in Ezambo. Inasmuch as my heartfelt, sometimes I don't know the kind of brain some of you have. The people we are struggling to protect will make themselves available to be used. the people we are struggling to liberate from this carnage, from this barbarism, from this genocide, from this bondage and subjugation. You make yourself a willing tool because somebody is somewhere promising you one chicken change. You think Simon Ekpa orders it at home? No. Why is Simon Ekpa going to order it at home? We are going to fight it. We are going to fight it. No. Like one of the idiots who was making the video was shouting, I am the coordinator. I am the coordinator. They have burned my bike. They have burned my machine. I'm a coordinator. I'm the coordinator. Simon Ekpa boys. Simon Ekpa boys. Already he knows who is Simon Ekpa boys and who is not Simon Ekpa boys. He already made the conclusion. Because it is something that he is part of. But you know, sometimes he didn't know that he's going to also pay the price today. And they burnt his bike. These are people who have soiled their hands, you know, and they are ready to sabotage the Biafra. And I hope one day some of them will pay the ultimate price. Because you can't be fighting what people have died for many years. And then you are there shouting, I am the coordinator, I am the coordinator. If you're the coordinator, what the hell are you doing outside? If not that you have been prepared, I told you to come out and video it. You came out with your phone, and then so that immediately the thing happened, they will start shouting, Simon Ekpa, Simon Ekpa. You didn't know that they are going to burn your own bike. I want to make it very clear, we are making tremendous progress in delegitimizing Nigeria. Our focus is to delegitimize Nigeria until nothing is remaining. Our focus is on the security, terrorist security in Nigeria and nothing else. Those of you who want to be made a willing tool, you have seen it today. So, sorry to those of you who made yourself available for Nigerian government to use you. There you are there shouting, oh, they are burning this, they are burning that. Those who told you to come out, where are they? They were not there. You people are idiots. You people are idiots. Now they destroy your car, they destroy your bus, they destroy your machine, they destroy your shop. The people who asked you to come out were not there. But they are the same people who did this particular destruction. And you came with your phone very neat, shouting, thinking that anybody care for you. They don't care for you. They have used you now, thinking that they can do propaganda against someone else. You see, for the past 2 years, there is no amount of propaganda you have not done against someone else. You killed the woman in Enugu, the pregnant woman in Enugu. Did they stop the sit at home? The answer is no. They killed this one, killed that one. Did they stop the sit at home? The answer is no. We are not moving. So those of you who watch what happened today, because Nigeria government paid you and tell you to come out, you didn't know that they were back. I know, maybe some of you, they will buy back for you behind the scene. That's what they do. They will burn your bike and give you money. I remember Enugu, when Mba was telling them to come out, they have planned everything. When they come out, they will destroy it, and then they will pay you. They will pay you money, they will give you money, everything. Yet, when they killed people in Enugu, they seized the corpses. They seized the corpses. Did they stop the sit at home? The answer is no. If you think it is when they kill you, Simon Ekpa is going to call off the sit at home, my brother, my sister, you better go and just buy your casket. Sit at home will continue. Make yourself available for Nigerian government to use you for propaganda. It is your cup of tea. We stand this ground. Our demand is our demand. There is no going back. Those of you who don't want to be part of Biafra, pack your bag and leave Biafra land. I'm telling you, it is not going to be very conducive for you. Those of you who have been sabotaging Biafra from the time you know here, it will not be very, very conducive. Pack your bag and go. I am telling you the fact. The people of Biafra has risen up, and nothing will stop them. And those of you who want to be used, go out and buy your casket. Because they're going to use you and they're going to kill you and watch you and analyze you like this. Fight against Nigeria is with everything in us. Everything. Everything. And that's why we're defeating them. Everything. Today they went to, today they released, the terrorist army released press statement. Oh, they have neutralized IPOB, ESN. And you know one funny thing? We have taken responsibility of neutralizing many Nigeria terrorist military. We call it Biafra Liberation Army. We neutralize them, we post them on social media. Yet, they are not acknowledging it. Ask yourself why. Are we hiding it? We are at war with them. We neutralize them when they come to kill us. We kill them. And we measure how many of them. And then we post the ammunition and the arms we recovered from these terrorists. We recovered the hillosses. We recovered machine guns. We post it. But have you seen the reporting that Biafra army did this and did that? No. They still target gunmen. Have you seen anything like that? They are still targeting what? The army I am leading, taking responsibility of this particular security in Biafra land. I'm taking responsibility. I said, Biafra Liberation Army, neutralize Nigeria army, kill them who come to kill Biafra. We recovered ammunition, arms that they used to come to kill us. We recovered their vehicle. We posted it. Did you see them report it? No. Did you see them write, Biafra Liberation? No. They still are writing gunmen. What is gunmen? We have a name. Our names are Biafra Liberation Army and Biafra Resistance Fighters. And Biafra Navy, the Black Marine. Why are they not saying it? Why? We are going to also, or is it because we have not launched it officially? Okay. If that is the case, we're going to launch it very soon. If the official unveiling is the reason they are not acknowledging the job that highly trained Biafra Liberation Army, internationally trained, in case they don't know. Because I've been wondering, who are those guys? Who are those guys? They are internationally highly trained Biafra Liberation Army with many years of experience. In case you don't know. Biafra land is sealed, protected. Nobody will come there and kill and go free. Nobody. We have overpowered them. I am telling you the fact. The criminal politicians know what I'm saying. They know that we have overpowered them. And we have not even started. Because all of them that participated in ordering this military to go and burn the villages, burn the market, their homes will also be razed down. I am telling you, from A to Z, we are not yet interested in even declaration. We are going to cleanse the land before the declaration of Biafra. So all of them that are participating in bringing these killers into our land, including masterminding the one that happened today, we will visit them one after the other. We are going to give them a chase of their life from our land. And then after that, we are going to relax and then declare Biafra. Believe me. So if anybody is thinking that what we are doing now is business as usual, think again. Think again. It is not business as usual. Why would you want to remain as a slave? Why? Why would you want to remain as a slave? And the worst part of it is that these are just 1.1%, not even 1%. They are not up to 1%. You come out there shouting, oh, it's a Samanaba boys, it's a Samanaba boys. How did you know? When you have been promised that they're going to buy you a new bike, you are there shouting, they bought my bike, I am the coordinator. Who made you a coordinator? Coordinator of who? You have been disbanded You don't have, you are not any coordinator. If we hear you shout you are coordinator again, that is not under the Biafra government, I am bargaining for. Let me hear that nonsense again. Ibu coordinator who? Who gave you coordinator? Coordinator of who? Tell that idiot that was shouting is a coordinator. Coordinator of who? Who is he coordinating? Coordination of Ndi Sabo? We are not condoning that. So, I've come this evening to also make some special announcement as follows. Tomorrow, 6 to 12, curfew. Don't say we didn't warn you. The secretariat may remain locked down. Going forward, during the sit at home and this curfew, only hospitals are allowed to open from 6 to 12. Only hospitals are allowed to open. Only doctors are allowed to drive during this time. Only doctors. Only nurses are allowed to move during this curfew from tomorrow. If anybody catch you on the way and you don't identify yourself as a doctor or as a nurse, they will give you a treatment, a Biafra liberation and revolutionary treatment. Don't go and forge doctor's ID card thinking that we are not going to know. Don't go and forge a nurse ID card thinking we are not going to know. If you are moving as a doctor, you must be dressed in your doctor regalia. In addition to your ID card, the same thing goes to nurses. If you are moving and going to work in your hospital, you must dress as a nurse with your ID card. These are the only people that are allowed to move from 6 to 12 o'clock. This particular amendment to the order take effect from tomorrow. From tomorrow being the 3rd of October 2023. Only hospitals is allowed to open. Only doctors are allowed to go to job. Only nurses will be allowed to move on the way to their work from 6 to 12. So if you fall into this category, by 6 o'clock tomorrow, wake up, and if you have your own car, because you can't go by commercial vehicle, you can't go by commercial transportation. You have your own car or means of transportation, wear your working clothes and move without fear. But when you come across any Nigeria terrorist army or police, run! Run! Because they are going to kill you. They are going to kill you for obeying Biafra government. Because when you see them, when they see you tomorrow, moving, going to job, and you think you see security, they are going to kill you. I am telling you, don't say I am telling you the fact. You know how to operate. They are going to kill you. And then, oh, that is at home. You were walking. Oh, that is coffee. You are going. No, if you see them, turn around if you are driving and follow another road, because they will be the one to shoot you. This is a security tip that I'm giving you. In the coming days, the dimension of the Biafra liberation will change. And then we are going to make the announcement that will change the face of this liberation. So in a few days' time, every ear must be open. The liberation of Biafra is going to change. It is going to be very, very dangerous to some, and it is going to be very, very lovely to some. Those who say that they are going to be killing Biafrans, it is going to be very, very dangerous for them. More dangerous for them, like as it has ever been. Those who believe in what we are doing, that we must fight our way through, it will be very, very peaceful and lovely for you. I was reading in the new, one of the posts of somebody that they say DSS or whatever, the criminals and terrorists, they went to Simon Ekpa community and blah, blah, blah. I am not from any place. I am from Biafra land. If you think that Simon Ekpa don't come from any particular place. Simon Ekpa is Ogbari Bugari. I told you, you can never solve this mathematics. I am not a Bonny State person. I am not a Enugu person. I am not a Abakaliki person. I am not a Hauku person. I am just Biafra person. That's who I am. Because when Biafra come, we don't have all those nonsense, where this one come from, where you are coming from. No! You come from Biafra, and you have a birthplace. You are a Biafran, and you are giving birth from a particular place, or at a particular place. That is the only two different information that will be in your passport. There is no, this one is from Agbenu, this one is from Abanketi, this one is from Nkano, this one, nothing like that. What we have is a Biafra. You are going to be Biafra, and your birthplace is where you get where you were born, because of birthplace. These are the two things that are going to be both in your school, both in your working place. We are going to abolish. I come from Enugu, I come from Anambra and all that. Look at the old map before Nigeria terrorists and the Fulani and their British agents start dividing us. That were nothing like Anambra. That were nothing like Anambra State. What you had was Eastern region. You were nothing like all this nonsense state. So, apart from that, we are not going to even go back from the region, whatever regional thing, because it was still with a wrong foundation. We are going back to root. The root is that you are a Biafran. You are not a Bakaleke man. You are not a Bonny man. You are not a Nubu man. You are not a Onitsha man. If we hear you saying it, it is going to be in Biafra law, punishable. You will be fined. I will start abolishing it, making sure that every form you are filling in Biafra land has your nationality. Who are you? Biafra. Where you born? Was born in Enugu. Not even in Enugu. You have to have a district where you were born. And if the district falls in the name, it becomes the name where you were born. Where were you born? You is the district. Falls under a district. You mention that district. This one. If you are born in Nkano district. If you are born in Udi district or whatever the name is, that's what's that. There is nothing like all this nonsense that saying, oh, they go to Samaritan community is Biafra. My place is Biafra. And that is the way it is. You can't change it. By the time we make it a law in the next 5 years, see what is called national unity. You will see patriotism. You will see patriotism. You see, even some people identify this little problem in this contraption. And that's why they say, oh, hey, this thing is dividing us. Oh, this electricity, that. It is impossible within the Nigeria setup. Because Nigeria is not an entity. is a failed state where those who are championing the affair are only targeting the Islamic State agenda. Nothing else. Anything you bring to the table is dead on arrival. Again, 1 kilometer away from barracks. Stay 1 kilometer away from barracks. Those hawking, do not hawk around barracks. 1 kilometer away. Why I'm shouting this thing now is that by the time it will happen is when you forget. You know how we do it. I will shout. You don't know when it is going to happen. It can be even 3 months, it can be 1 month, but stay away 1 kilometer from every barracks. The same thing goes to checkpoint. The checkpoint, those that are still remaining, don't go hawking there. Don't hawk and don't hawk on checkpoint. Don't go there. Because if you have a bad luck, it is the time the Biafra Liberation Army will engage them at that checkpoint. And if you are there, don't blame anybody. Because we're warning you, don't go there. And this is what you call the rule of engagement. We give civilians, Biafra civilians, warning ahead of time. Because we don't have business engaging civilians. Our main priority is to protect our civilians who have been subjected to all manner of degrading treatment, including genocide, being perpetrated by this terrorist Nigerian army and terrorist police. So what we are doing now is to protect you against them. Do not go and hawk 1 kilometer, around checkpoint, because the bullet can hit you. Don't fall victim. Our guns are only against the terrorist military, the terrorist police, the terrorist navy, the terrorist army, the terrorist NDC, whatever they call. Anybody carrying gun under Nigeria in Biafra land, our gun is against you. Not against civilians, not against market women. These are the people we are protecting. Against these particular terrorists in uniform. These are the people we are against. And our target is to evict them through the delegitimization process. So we are dealing with them, dealing with the politicians as well. Those who bring them to bond market, their house will be burned down. If you do me, I do you. All of you will be homeless at the end of the day. You can't make women homeless and you think you are going to enjoy your house. It is never possible. You cannot make Biafra women and their children homeless and you want to go and enjoy your house. It is not. We are going to make you homeless. And by all means possible, all of you will pay for it. You have dealt with us enough. For many years, we've cried, and now it is time to tell you that you don't have monopoly of violence. In this particular way, we are going to defend ourselves and so that you will not continue to come to our land and kill. I don't need to waste my time here. Those of you that misbehaved, continue to mind yourself. Continue to mind yourself, very, very important. The Biafra Finland self-referendum convention in Finland is fast approaching. We are getting ready to host the world, and it is going to be one of the biggest thing that has happened in Biafra liberation since after the war. If you miss this particular event, what do you gain? The registration is still open, and so you still have opportunity to register. And if you don't want to come, you can also still go to the website and support the event by donating your money for us to use to make sure that the event is successful. So it is not a must that you come. Go and support. You can support with whatever you have. From $100, $200, $1,000, $50, whatever you have, go to the link to the website, New Mandate website, and support this particular conference. It's very, very important. Very, very, very important. And to those who think they are under Nigeria and gallivanting, remember, I am very, very close to you. I'm telling you the fact. Very, very, very close that you can ever imagine. Very, very close. Hope Uzodema, I am promising Biafra people one thing today. You see, Hope Uzodema, we will capture him alive. That is what I'm promising Biafra today. I have never said anything and I didn't do it. There is nothing I have said that has not happened. Only Biafra that has not been declared. You see, Hope Uzodema, we will capture him alive. Cut this particular video and send to him. He can't escape it. And then Biafra people will celebrate from there. Those who are bringing military, the terrorists to kill Biafrans, all of you will be captured one after the other. But I am telling you the fact. You can't escape it. All of you will be captured and you are going to speak to Biafra when you are captured. I want to leave it at here. Remember, the protection and the safety of our women and children is very, very important to us. We cannot be alive and see our women living in IDP camp. It's an insult. Cannot be alive and see Nigeria terrorist army, Boko Haram controlled army, to go in our village and start burning them because we have what we call stooge to Fulanis who call themselves police. We cannot allow that. And if you are a Nigeria military terrorist coming to Biafra land, just go and write your will before you come, because you are not going to go. And if you succeed in going back, believe me, we will leave a very serious curse on you. I want to thank you for watching today, and I want to thank you for the support so far. May God bless you. May God bless Mazinam Dikano. May God bless all of you, the Biafra government in exile, the cabinet, our media team. May God bless all of you. May God bless the Biafra Army, the Biafra resistance fighters, the Black Marine, Naval, and the other forces of Biafra that is going to emerge very, very soon. May God bless also our special striking forces, those who goes to where nobody goes and they will come out. May God bless all of you. The special squad of the Biafra resistance fighters, may God bless all of you. Airborne from here, from me, is good evening.
Warm greetings to all Biafrans from all over the world. We salute you for your goodwill. We salute you for making sure the entire world understands the plight of Biafra. Super kudos to the existence of our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and also to the finisher of our time. We salute you for being who you are, especially now that Biafra needs you more than ever. And to our gallant men in the bushes, you guys are super wonderful. Without you guys, our women and children would have been long gone, and some of them would have been comfortable in IDP camps. We salute all our donors who make sure the war chest of Biafra is not lacking in any way. We salute those that are on the fences that will be joining us later. That is, if one bullet picks them on the fence, because they want to wait until they see action. So maybe peradventure one bullet will pick them on the fence, then they will be prone to coming down by fire by force. So when you come down, You are welcome. And for now that you're still on the fence, GCK for staying on the fence and continue to do what you're doing. And for those that are doing propaganda and blackmail and slander, continue to do it better, because the more you do propaganda and blackmail, the more you give us the strength to push forward and to become worse than we could ever be to one Nigeria. The best of us comes out when we face challenges. We appreciate all of you who are making sure Biafra land is safe and sound with your money, your prayers, your logistics, your intellect, and everything. We will not stop until Biafra is restored. Finland Convention is at the corner and everything is prepared. You saw our PM earlier today posted a video of him at the event ground for you to see that everything is set and just for us to press the button and then we go. So visit the website, go and make your payments, either by support or either by your travel to that place. All the options for the payment are available there. Click any one of it. I did make a video before where I said when you enter the website, the new dimension mandate.org, you press on register. When you press on register, it takes you directly to the template of the Finland Convention. There you will see all the payment portals coming out and you choose whichever one that you need to use to be able to support. So we are looking forward to seeing everyone there with all their support. Please and please do not stand on the fence at this very time. We need every hands on deck. I salute you all Biafrans who have made the sit at home to be a remarkable one. The whole world and one Nigeria understands that the legitimacy of the Biafran people is in the hands of the Biafran government in exile, headed by our indomitable PM, the Agony Chamber 1 of Biafra land. No fly, no monkey, no bedbug, no rat can say otherwise when the government of Biafra have spoken through our Prime Minister. We salute you all for being here. Please hit the like button and the share and let the message go far and wide. Let everyone know that we are here. And also remember that Biafra stands with Israel, because the pain of Israelis are the pains of the Biafrans. The mourning of the Israelis are the mourning of the Biafrans. The massacre of the Israelis are the massacre of the Biafrans. The massacre and the genocide of the Israelis are that of the Biafrans. When they are happy, we are happy. When they cry, we cry alongside with them. Make no mistake, because the same terrorists, the modus operandi, the pattern they use in the massacre and the genocide they committed in Israel is the same face they use in one Nigeria. And that is why we've created a defense mechanism in order to destroy these enemies in Biafra land. So, do not think that Israel is exceptional. It has been happening in Biafra. It has been happening in one Nigeria. But they have been suppressing the publicity. That is why the entire media have not known what has been going on. We salute all of you, and we say, please, tighten up your seatbelts, and there we go. Thank you. Here in the studio, we have all our ministers available here. Let me start by bringing True Survival to the screen. True Survival, you pick your next 3 minutes for your time to speak to Biafrans, grace the house in your own way. The 3 minutes is yours.
Thank you so much, my minister. I appreciate you for that privilege to speak. And I appreciate my fellow ministers on board, everyone that have attended today. I appreciate every one of you, and I appreciate fellow Biafrans that are watching far and wide, more especially people that are watching from Biafra land. My special thanks goes to every one of you. You are standing your ground in the most difficult time, making out your time to join us on this program every time we are here. I say, may Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to guide and protect every one of you. I appreciate every member of the cabinet of Biafra Republic of in Exile. I appreciate our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. I pray that Chukwu Okike Abiyama will continue to strengthen him, continue to increase his mental toughness, and also continue to give him more revelations. I also appreciate the supreme leader of IPOB, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, wherever he may be at this particular point in time. He is very much around us. We can hear him on a daily basis, except you are not connected, except you are not a hardcore. They try to take him away from us, but I bet you we hear from him on a daily basis. All it takes is for you to concentrate and focus. You will hear from him. Wherever he is, I pray that Chukwu Okike Abiyama will continue to guide and protect him. Continue to secure him. Continue to strengthen him. Give his angels charge over him to continue to guide and protect him until he joins us very soon. Today is a day that every one of us have agreed to make our voice heard all over the world, to demand for the unconditional release of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and to demand for a referendum. It is a day that will make clear to the whole world that we can govern ourselves. We can be on our own. It is a day that we come together to show to the world that the Nigerian government have been delegitimized in Biafran territory. It is a day that will showcase to the world that we are no longer part of that zoological republic. It is a day that the Biafrans come together and show to the whole world that they are loyal to the Biafra Republic government in exile. And I thank everybody that have participated today to make today a success. I appreciate everyone that have obeyed the instruction today. And I say, may Chukwu Okike Abiyama continue to guide and protect every one of you. And as many as have obeyed and participated on today, you are going to see Biafra. And you'll be part of those who will raise the flag. As we have entered today, and today is gone, and we're entering into another day, we have to stay at alert. It is not the time to play around. It is not the time for jokes. And it is not the time to listen to gossip or rumors. This is the time you have to concentrate on the reality. And I want you to know that it has become very, very clear and evident that there is only one command today you can listen to. And that command comes from Biafra Republic of Exile under Mazi Simon Ekpa. There is no more doubt about that. You can't call me and tell me that you are confused or you don't know where to follow. You don't know whom to follow. You don't know who is who. Today, it has become very clear. Even the devil himself today is confessing that truly Mazi Simon Ekpa is up to get Biafra. Confessions are coming right, left, and center. So how dare you say you don't know the path to follow? If you decide to follow a different path, we can't force you. You can only take the horse to the river, but you cannot force the horse to drink the water. Every one of us has chosen our own path. As you see the people on this very screen, they have chosen their path to pursue the Biafran freedom and bring the information to your doorstep. Remind you of things that you know that you have forgotten. To wake up your consciousness, we have chosen that path, and we will continue to do that until Biafra comes. And even after Biafra have come, we still have a lot of work to do. There are still some other people that are going to choose the negative path. If you're one of those that have chosen the negative path, you have volunteered yourself and as an instrument of blackmail against the struggle. Well done. Go ahead. In this very struggle that we are in, you must choose your own path, the role you're going to play. Some are going to fulfill prophecy on the positive side, and some will fulfill prophecy on the negative side. It's left for you to choose. As for me, I have chosen my own path to fulfill prophecy on the positive side. And no man can stop that. It is left for you to choose your own path and to take Biafra as your business. Time has gone when you think you are fighting for Mazen Nandekano or you're fighting for Mazen Simon Ekpa. To your tent, O Israel. Whatever thing you are doing today, you are doing it for yourself. If you do good, you do yourself. You do bad, you do yourself. We are going to a phase where every man will answer for himself. It is not going to be easy. But as long as you follow instructions, if you obey instructions, it is going to be as easy as ABC, and you will find yourself in Biafra. The door is wide open. Thank Chukwu Kagabiama, we are following somebody who has the key. But whereby you choose not to pass through the door and enter, you want to pass through the window, whatever you see, you face the consequence of your actions. You don't blame anybody. Whatever decision you take today, you have yourself to blame. I will take responsibility for everything I say, for every decision I make. I don't blame anybody for it. And you likewise, because there will be punishment for everything you do. There will be consequence for everything you do in this region of Biafra. When Biafra comes, you are going to answer for yourself in the law court. If the Biafran court said you are innocent, you will walk into Biafra majestically. But if the court of Biafra said that you are guilty, you will face the full wrath of law. There will be no sacred cows. Prepare your mind. We are going home. The time is now, not tomorrow. Thank you, my minister.
Bam, it's your time. Welcome to the studio.
Thank you very much, my super Minister of Information. I want to appreciate you. I want to appreciate my fellow comrades on the platform, Mazi Ugo, Mazi Chuk Survivor, Mommy in the house. I want to appreciate you. And fellow Biafrans, we want to thank you for holding the line and understanding fully well that this call for freedom is a call that we all must obey and we all must get involved. Please take her out of it. That we all must get engaged and get involved with it. So, and I'm very happy that everything is moving on perfectly, and we have our squadron leader, the leader of this pack. Please take her. The leader of this particular movement right now, in the absence of Mazen Namdekano, is doing the needful, and everybody has seen it. Nobody can deny that our Prime Minister is not getting the results that we expected. And we can all see it. You know, even those that have stood in opposition for no reason, or those that was feeling that let us just follow that structure and whatever those people were talking, they can now see evidently that those people that were distracting them are actually not real. They are fake. They are criminals. Stomach infrastructure bunch. And now some of them that have conscience, that have not lost their humanity, you see them sincerely coming back to acknowledge that yes, we are doing the needful. You know, we must follow him who knows road. We must do what he says, because if so far he has gotten all these wonderful results, then why not? And there's one funny thing, that some of those people that have sworn never to stop fighting against, you know, this positive movement, and those of us that are winning this fight, there's one funny thing about them. They forget that the repercussion of what they are doing is they cannot avoid it. It's inevitable. They will get the repercussion. And they know, and yet they shamelessly continue to oppose. Maybe because of what will people say, let me stand. How would they now say that after opposing them, I want to now start supporting them? If you don't know how to support because you have realized you have made a mistake, then you better keep quiet, or you just step aside. Do you know, I have so much respect for those that decided to just keep quiet and completely abandon and then face one other thing. Even face one Nigeria, I have more respect for them than those that are pretending that they love Mazin Nnamdi Kanu and they still say, oh, hey, Biafra. And yet, they are opposing this result-oriented Biafra Republic government. They still oppose it when they know that their own have already hit the rocks. To turn back now, they feel that it is a shame for them. It is better for you to swallow that shame and come back, or forget about swallowing the shame and step aside. Nobody will fight you. Nobody will, go after you. Because how will you go? Why will we go after you when we have a lot of enemies to fight? We're not going to waste our bullets on those that we know are not our enemies. You are just a saboteur. So I don't need to waste my bullet on a saboteur. My enemies are intensifying. So I need to focus my bullets on my enemies. So don't worry. Don't even think that because we now know that you're a saboteur, we will come after you. If you step aside, we're not going to come after you. But when you continue to oppose and hit against what we're doing, even if we don't speak against you, the God of what we are doing, the God of this movement, will definitely hit you with a dangerous repercussion that you will not overcome. You will not. So it is time for you to make that decision. Come out from that valley of decision. Decide today whether you are on the Lord's side or you're on the side of the devil. Just make that choice. And then let's see who wins. And then today, like our topic is saying that we stand with Israel. We will definitely stand with Israel because we are the original Israel. And it is good to know that most of those that understand who we are and know our roots are identifying with us, especially those that are in mainland Israel right now, where you call official Israel. But by the time John go mature, people will understand that the real destination or the real location is where today these Fulani Janjaweed are fighting against Biafra. Because that Biafra land, that land of the rising sun, is the true location of Umuchineke. By the time they identify it, because we're not going to be looking for how to relocate to Middle East when we have our original ancestral land where Chukwuoki Kabiama bettered us. It's Biafra. That is the original Israel. But those of us that, wandered away into Europe, into other places, and found themselves in the Middle East today, we will stand with them and support them. No matter what people say, no matter what the press say, no matter what other nations that have decided to fight against truth and justice, no matter what they say, we'll stand with them. There are so many things to talk about, but I have fellow comrades on the platform. I will yield my mic for now. Thank you very much.
Are you hearing me?
Very well, very well, very well.
Okay. Thank you, my minister. And I say thank you again to my comrades. I thank all the Biafrans still trapped in the zoo for sitting at home today. I thank our Prime Minister, Mmeji Buago, Mazi Simon Ekpa, for all his good works. He is the last man standing. He is the true disciple of our Onyendu. I thank our Supreme Leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and I pray that God Almighty will continue to surround him spiritually and physically wherever he is. It won't be long before he will be released back to us. I thank every other Biafran all over the world. Those listening to us, I thank you all. In following up to what my two comrades have said, We will continue to remain resilient and strong. The mental toughness that Onyendu was telling us, this is the time. Everybody should apply mental toughness and remain focused and strong. Freedom is not free, but however it may be, we will continue to fight. I urge other Biafran women to join the group, because when I look around, it is like a thing that we are living for our men alone. Though I didn't come out on time to join, but the nitty-gritty is that I am here. I made up my mind to join. We have to support the men, because they say that in every successful man, there is a woman behind. I urge other Biafran women to join our men, support them in what they are doing. In regards to the war in Israel, everybody, some people will remember that we, the tribes of Igbo, some people say is Hebrew, but they call us Hebrew. Our great-grandfather is Gad, and Gad is one of the sons of Jacob in the Bible. We will continue to stand with them because they stood by us during Nigeria-Biafra war. They never turned their back on us. So, by blood, our DNA is in theirs and theirs in ours. We are related, and we will continue to support them. As relates to sit at home, our people are not doing anything bad. We have to continue to do the needful. I don't know what the zoo governors, what they want. They don't want us to protest outside, flying our flags. Then they used to bring the military, which is still within us, around our people. They will be, decimating them, doing what they know how to do best, sending our people to their early graves. Now, our people have decided to sit at home, yet they are hounding them, forcing them to come out. I said to my people, sit at home is civil disobedience and is not illegal. It is your right. And no one can come to your home to bring you out. They will be breaching your human right. It is your right to sit in your home. Assuming any one of you today loses all his shop in maybe natural disaster or anything, by fire or by anything, do you think that these governors persuading you to go to market, will they give you loan? And the answer is no. And since they can't give you loan, and they will never do, you still have the conduct of your businesses. It is your fundamental right to sit at home or to go to business. They shouldn't force you. And don't be persuaded by any threat coming from them. Because most of the time, they take advantage of your ignorance, things you don't know that you have right over. They will be taking advantage of it. Most especially now that our Onyendu is inside, they will be believing that since Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not around, why are you people sitting around? Mazi Simon Ekpa is here. He is doing the needful. He is the flag bearer the torch bearer, the light bearer. He's moving with speed. That's why they nicknamed us Autopilot IPOB. And everything that, Mazi Simon is doing is very clear. We are not operating secret cult. It's as transparent as transparency can be. Nobody will tell me that or tell anybody that Mazi Simon Ekpa is not doing the needful. So we should all rise to support our Prime Minister, the Commander-in-Chief. Other countries did it so many years ago, and it became the law, the norm. Things you do when you are in difficult situation, when you find yourself in such situation that our people have found themselves in Nigeria. So we want to go, and there is no going back. We have lost a lot of our people. We have to please their mind wherever they are spiritually, in the spiritual world, by making them proud to see that Biafra comes. I thank you people once again for sitting at home. It is the referendum, and it is also showing your grievances for the incarceration of your leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So we will continue to evangelize because Biafra is our religion. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Biafra, I have to mute your microphone because noise are coming in from your end. Thank you for your submission. 247, are you back? Okay, carry the mic. Do the next.
Yeah, they will. Thank you, Mazi Sonny, our honorable minister, and thank you all the honorable ministers in the house. I appreciate you all. I love you. Thank you all. And dear friends out there, anywhere you are, you get my atuale, you get my 21 gun salute. I greet you all with love. And our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, I love you, and we all Biafrans, we love you, irrespective of waiting anybody want do or want talk or want say or may say or may say or may say. We know send. And our Prime Minister, who has been giving us update and keeping us updated, I love you as well, and we will always love you. Biafrans, I must tell you the truth. No matter what you hear anywhere from anywhere, if it is not confirmed by 2-3 media personnel, forget them. At least if you know hear from the voice or mouth of our Prime Minister, you know hear from 2-3 confirm, saying that them tell you, forget them. So we must continue. Biafra, so many things are going on. So many things are going on. They think what people don't know is that this Biafra, you see this Biafra, some time ago, I think last year I made a blog as I said that Biafra is beyond Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. This one thing everybody must get here. Get them in short, to put them here so that you no go forget. Put them here. Biafra has gone beyond that level or that time where somebody will say stop. No, you cannot come out now and say stop. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu cannot stop Biafra. This is what these fools should know. And whoever know them should go and tell them that even if you force Mazen Nnamdi Kanu to say he is not interested in Biafra again, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is just one person among Biafrans. One person that even if we are going to cast our vote of referendum, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu will only have the one vote that is his own to cast. He will not cast my own for me. We are Biafrans. All we ask for is freedom. If you think we are not qualified, we don't want to go, give us referendum. You see today our Prime Minister giving us updates inside the main cocoa, the hall where the referendum convention is going to take place. And we see it. And the other update, we see where they buy those things, where they make people, they shake. As Nigeria go buy their own, they put them for TV. Our Prime Minister go there too, we put them for TV. And they tell you the next step is loading and the shipping. You don't need anybody to explain to you. They go tell us that they want to buy fighter jets, 12 of them, and they have signed the money. And the one thing we go know, we say those money where they use sign them, the money they use to sign to buy those private war jets is from our own land. They use our resources to fight us. They use our resources to fight us. I was in Twitter and somebody said, I think it's Chuku, what is his name again? Onyeka Woto. Said I wasn't able to talk because I was not okay. I would have answered him. He was saying that he is looking for freedom, that Palestinians, Israel should let Palestinians go since they are looking for freedom. I laughed. Where are they going? You are in somebody's house and all of a sudden you are claiming the ownership of the house. That is what these people are doing everywhere you see them. That's why I said that you cannot change these people. You cannot make them your friends. Go read your Bible. What did God tell the Israelites? Don't make these people your friends. Don't make them your brothers. Don't give them even a cup of water. Don't give them to drink. Don't enter into agreement. Don't enter into covenant. Don't enter into any form of treaty with these people. If you do, they will remain thorns, shooking you, non-stop for all your generations. But what did they do? Because they believe we are holy people, we have to leave them. They have come to tell us that they are good people. They told us they have repented. Today, what are they telling you? They said, as long, even if you have done nothing, they will wipe you out of this planet Earth. That is what they believe, and that is what they are doing. You don't have to offend them by any way, by any means, to be their enemy. Only that you are not one of them. I don't mean you are not you are not a member of their religion. No. If you like, go school of imam, imamalize yourself, baptize yourself inside their religion, become a imam, become the guru, become the cleric. You can never be one of them. There was a video we played yesterday. Many of their clerics, imams, confirmed that no matter what you do, you cannot be one of them, and you will never be one of them. That is why they have to go into Israel, not to fight, but to wipe away everybody they see. Imagine that over 50, people were saying is 40, is 50, 60 missile bombs that were thrown into Israel. Just assume that Israel did not neutralize them in the air. They landed in Israel. What do you expect? One single chicken no go come out to now everybody. They intended to wipe out everybody. That was why when they did not succeed, they went into into Israel and they began to kidnap and kill everybody, whether it be Russia. You see, one thing we must understand is that these people have no friend. As long as you are not one of them, Russians were their victim, Americans were their victim, Israelites, their victim. Egyptians, they are victims. Americans, even Britain, they are victims. All the countries, anybody, as long as you are not one of them, they saw you driving, they bomb your car, they shoot your car. You see how they killed family, they carry little children and throw them inside cage, and they were laughing. Children, human beings, they put them inside cage where they throw dogs. All these are the reason why when you look at them, you will say, no, these people are not my brothers. They cannot be my brothers. They cannot be your friends. Forget all this that are here, that we are. There is nothing like one. One no day. This is the reason why I said that before you ask any man of God tell you to pray for one Nigeria, ask that man, did God tell you that Nigeria is one? Did God tell you that there was or there is anything in his agenda or that he has been in the agenda like Nigeria? God never created Nigeria, and God is not interested in your creation. Nigeria is a creation of a man out of his selfish interest. Personal interest, not for you. That is why they watch the same Nigeria go buy Tokona jet to fight you. They will not talk. With the same money they realize from your own land, and you will support them. Kill those, call state of emergency, wipe away those. You want Mazen Nnamdi Kanu to denounce Biafra? No problem. Let him denounce Biafra if he accepts. But I want you to know that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu have vowed is Biafra or death. So you are wasting your time. Mike Ezekome, you are wasting your time. Because when they kidnapped you, you did not repent to be a kidnapper so that they will leave you. Mike Ezekome, they kidnapped you. You did not repent to become a kidnapper before they let you go. And you got your justice. Now, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped. The only thing you could do is to come and preach peace. Repent and accept Nigeria so that we will live in peace. Peace, you will get back. Mazen Soni Dewo.
Dewo, watch it again. Please break his head, break his blockade, break his family there. He was very happy quoting the laws of Anti-Torture Act of One Nigeria of 2017 when he was in chains, when he was in the hands of Fulani terrorists. He recited the Constitution of One Nigeria and that of America and UK and NATO and UN and OAU and Europe. Now the ball has turned to his client. He decided to sell his client off just for a pot of porridge because of accolades of awards that he has been collecting. He has gotten so many awards during this time of MNK in detention. Buhari gave him so many awards. In October, November, Buhari gave him so many awards. And while now he's still collecting more. So why wouldn't he come to start preaching repentance as if we've been one Satan before? So all this while, we know we one Satan. Now we reach time of judgment. When it's supposed to be this 7 days, now we just become one Satan. So you need to come and start preaching Bible for us. Preach Genesis, go Leviticus, comment New Testament. So there you go reach Apocalypse. Begin to tell us waiting to happen and waiting Jesus stop, waiting to come happen at the end time when you repent, when you go meet with terrorists. The same pattern of saying go and meet with terrorists is what is happening in Hamas. Let us bring something to the screen because we are in solidarity with Israel. Let's bring something to the screen about Israel first before we go to one news that we just got now, because we don't want that news to go just like that. If that news go just like that, it will pain us. We will escalate them. All right, Biafrans are in solidarity with Israel. It is worthy of notice for Biafrans to understand that what you do in one Nigeria for Fulani terrorists to be okay, and yet they come round to massacre your women and children. It's the same pattern of what you see in Israel. Now, look at this. Could you have imagined that Israelis were giving electricity, giving water supply, giving everything that needed for Hamas to function? Who would have believed this kind of thing? The same people that you give food to eat, the same people that you give electricity. Wait now, let us play the video as the defense minister they speak. Israeli defense minister, no food, no electricity, no fuel, no water. We are fighting human animals and we have to act accordingly to what they are doing.
אין מזון, אין מים, אין דלק. אנחנו מטילים מצור מוחלט על העיר עזה. אין חשמל, אין מזון, אין מים, אין דלק. הכל סגור. אנחנו נלחמים בחיות אדם ואנחנו נוהגים בהתאם. אנחנו מטילים מצור מוחלט על העיר עזה. אין חשמל, אין מזון, אין מים, אין דלק. הכל סגור. אנחנו נלחמים בחיות אדם ואנחנו נוהגים בהתאם. אנחנו מטילים מצור מוחלט על העיר עזה. אין חשמל, אין מזון, אין מים, אין דלק.
Man, no be once, so no be once. During the time of Hezbollah, Hezbollah was fighting, killing innocent children, babies, and women in Israel. Israel were fighting them. They have to use human shield. Israel will still carry food, water, everything. Go, they give the children. The Hezbollah, they use the food to eat, get power, come they fight them. During the time of before Hamas, every time now the same thing. Israel go feed them. They go eat, come they fight Israel. Useless people.
But this kind of stupidity cannot continue anymore. No, not in this very century. It is surprising to note that the same terrorists that came to commit genocide on the Israelis' children and women and men are benefiting water, electricity, food, and fuel from Israel. What a war. Hey, Biafra, carry my talk, oh, please. This one hurt me. I don't know where to start to talk.
Are you okay? Have I been unmuted?
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you.
Well, you know, when something like this is going on, you know, it takes a great minds, you know, to have a second thought about how to approach it. I find it hard, you know, to get judgmental in a situation like this, you know, between Israel and Pakistan. Is that no, Israel and the Palestinians? But something, you know, has to be said. Someone who is fighting for freedom is like, I don't know how to describe it. Like somebody in a weak position, no matter how strong you are. Because you will always be talking, you will always be explaining to people why you are agitating or why you want to be freed or what the person you are running away from has been doing to you. So we have found ourselves in the shoes of the Israelites who are fighting to be freed from the attacks from the Palestinians. The same thing goes on in Nigeria. You know, they always use this weak word that it is farmer header clash. And when you confront some of these international organizations like UN or European communities, they will tell you, oh, it's a fight between brother and brother. Because Nigeria being what it is, they guard the media. The mainstream media, they don't report what goes on in Nigeria. Because if they do, and if the UN are very honest with themselves, they would have known that since they gave an order, because I remember there was a time they said that the UN asked Nigeria to release our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Maybe if they had, Nigeria had adhered to that rule or the order, Southeast wouldn't have been in the position that we find ourselves today. Because it appears that we have too many things to handle at a time. The protection of our people on one hand, and fighting for our freedom, which we have been fighting since 1967. I believe that fight never ended. We Biafrans, being very liberal-minded people, we thought that that war ended at the time they said it ended, 1970. You know, but we didn't know that our enemies, they have something at the back of their mind. So fighting for our freedom is getting very tough. People looking at us from afar will not understand what we are going through unless we keep crying out like this. You know, there was a time Mr. Chooks said something which I'm going to repeat now. He said that these, our enemies, when they came with their father, Osman Danfodio, they have something at the back of their mind, a very serious agenda, not hidden, it's a very open agenda. And they've never stopped till today, which means that they have this nature of endurance. So our people should also adopt that kind of mentality of enduring and being patient, you know, with those fighting seriously to get our freedom through Biafra government in exile, and currently under the leadership of our Prime Minister, the Commander-in-Chief, Mazi Simon Ekpa. I will continue to join my brothers and sisters, you know, to speak up for the liberation of our people. And in doing so, I urge my people, I plead with them to remain calm and calculated. Remaining calm is not to sit quiet, but just remain focused. Remain focused. Whatever they do, they can never stop us. There's a WhatsApp message that I received today from one of my students in those days. You know, we are still keeping in touch. She sent me things because she knew that I now join the Biafra struggle openly. And she kept sending me things. I was reading it. I couldn't believe what I was reading. It was about Onyendu's legal representative, Mr. Barrister Ejiofor, saying that he will make an open speech of how Barrister Aloy Ejimako undermined Onyendu and was attacking him, Barrister Ejiofor. So you can imagine two legal professionals fighting themselves. You all could remember when O.J. Simpson had a case in America. He was represented by Cochran, and Cochran had a team of lawyers. You can never hear this type of thing in a sane environment, that two lawyers representing one client are fighting themselves. So in other words, they are just using our Onyendu to test their legal strength instead of doing the right thing they're supposed to be doing. How can a legal representative, you leave your client, two of you are fighting, you know? And I know that if Onyendu, if these people are very serious, they would have released our Onyendu, and Southeast would have been calm by now. It would have been calm. Then anybody who is sitting at home, we can ask the person, why are you still sitting at home? But this group of barristers are contributing immensely to the derailment of this, our project, our pursuit for our freedom. So our people, you all should realize that getting your freedom, it takes a lot of hurdles. It takes a lot to achieve. It's not an easy thing. No matter what anybody does, we will appreciate it. Recently, our Prime Minister, you know, he talked about those who are sure that they cannot make it to the self-referendum conference in Finland. You can make your little contribution. No amount is rejected. No matter what you can contribute, even if it is $5, just, you know, little drops of rain makes an ocean. Let us remain strong. Most of us live abroad, and we see how these foreigners handle their cases when it arises. So we should be doing nothing but adopting those tactical means of dealing with our problems. You know, I know sometimes I think of crazy things, but I don't know. Because to me, I would have said, you see this oil that the zoo is you know, using to buy a weapon against us, we should give it to either Russia or South Korea. These are rugged countries, so that we will do this once and for all. That's sometimes how I think, like a crazy person, but I know that slow and steady wins the race, you know. So my people, let us keep it steady and focused. Steady and focused. Everybody should be advising their family members to remain calm. Whenever there's an order for either curfew or sit at home, just sit at home. Just sit at home. Obedience is better than sacrifice. Anything that the Prime Minister says, comply with it, and you will not go wrong.
Thank you. Thank you, Adara.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, we have echo from our end, so we have to mute. Mazi, true survivor. The same people that Israel have been giving food, giving electricity, giving water, and giving fuel are the same people that harnessed the massacre, the genocide of the Israeli women and children. How do you compare this and contrast compared to what we see in the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, considering the existence of the Biafran people and also the 3% of the terrorists that have been imported into Biafra land and the entirety of one Nigeria? You have the mic, Martin.
Thank you so much, Minister. When it comes to the issue of the situation in Israel today, what they are facing, this is something that has been coming for a very long time. When it comes to the situation of the people of Israel, our brothers over there, we will always stand in solidarity with them. And whatever happens to them now, it's something that we have to learn from. If you check from the origin how they came about all this problem, it was because of some mistakes that were done in the past, not doing what they were supposed to do. First of all, when they were given the order to go to the land and possess the land and try to take everybody out, they reserved some people. Those people who were preserved today have turned to a monster. And we have to learn from what is happening over there. That is why when you see the situation of the Biafran people today, when you hear our Prime Minister talk about internal conflict, it is very, very important. We have to look at that very aspect also. You see what our brothers in Israel are facing today. What they are facing today is a kind of something that is, how can I describe it? This is something they try to handle in a different form. Something they try to bring closer to themselves to see if it's going to be managed by themselves. But from every indication, you have seen that these people have a different intention altogether. People of this kind of mindset, they are everywhere in the planet Earth today. They're everywhere. More especially people of that very category in our sister religion. They have a kind of belief that is very, very difficult to change. These people have a particular project. And just like those ones we have in our side, they pursue that project regardless what. They do not care about humanity. Because if they care about humanity, they know very well that you cannot do anything against the state of Israel and go free. You cannot. You have come against the state of Israel. About 4 countries or 5 countries attacked the state of Israel at the same time, and they defeated you. And so many of them became reasonable and they went and made peace. I can bet you that today, there are so many people today who were not talking with Israel in the past. But at a stage, a time came when they realized what is happening. They have to re-establish their relationship with Israel. A place like Jordan. Jordan today, they communicate with Israelis. So many other Arab countries, they have come to terms with the situation and they know that this thing is a fight that you cannot win. And they come to terms with this and they now begin to speak with the Israelis. But this particular set of people, who are, I don't know how to describe them, these fundamentalists, the fundamentalists have no other language except that one language they understand. There is no way, nothing you will do to them. If you like, give them your mother. If you like, give them your daughter. Whatever you do for them, you are only preparing them for an attack. Whatever you do to them, you are only preparing them for an attack. And most of the time, when you see them, when they preach peace, When they preach peace, expect war. When you see them preaching peace, expect war at any given point in time. Then when you look at what is happening in Israel, those of us in Biafra land, we need to prepare. I could remember there was a time Mazen Nandekano was making a broadcast. Or in that broadcast, he said that we are going to make sure we prepare Biafrans to fight for 1,000 years, if need be. That we should not think that this fight we're going to engage in is going to end in question of a decade. It is not going to end. Remember, these people will always be our neighbors. They will be our neighbor. Just like Israel have their neighbors there now. People who are there, their neighbor. It doesn't matter the kind of handshake you give to them. They are going to pursue their agenda. You see the agenda of dipping the Quran into the Atlantic Ocean. It is not going to end tomorrow or next tomorrow. Even after Biafra have left them, they will not stop. That is why you see Mazen Nandegan. When Mazen Nandegan, so you see some people, some ignorant people come and tell you, why not we take the 5 states and go? If you dare try that, just pray that it doesn't happen. You can't imagine what will happen. That is why Mazen Nandegan never look to that direction. When you want to cage yourself, put yourself in a total cage. Look at the kind of neighbors you're going to have. So those of us who are Biafra, we need to begin to prepare our mind. We have a long war to fight. Even after we must have gotten our independence, our border must be protected very, very strong and intact. We must prepare our mind. We have similar kind of enemy that they have over there in the Middle East. That is the kind of enemy we have. And they will not stop. You think after you get Biafra, they will stop. They won't stop. They're not going to stop. And it is going to be more dangerous because I want to give you, when you look at what the pig in the creek is doing today, the pig in the creek, you see what he's doing? There are some other people like him who are going to take up that challenge. So whatever we are doing today, we have to prepare for the future. And everything that is happening in Israel today is a lesson for us. A very big lesson for us. If you think that this thing is going to end after our freedom, it's not going to end. And when you hear Master Simon, the Prime Minister, talk about internal conflict, that is part of it. If you do not solve that problem now, solve it and just solve it and craft it out so that you can be able to see it clearly. See clearly, it is going to be more difficult. And I thank you that the Prime Minister of Biafra Republic government have already activated that very internal conflict. All these saboteurs, including politicians, so many of your politicians have turned to a different thing altogether, but some of us are playing ignorant. When you see somebody before you become a governor in Biafra land, you go to Sokoto and tie turban on your head. You want to be a governor in Biafra land, but you go to Sokoto. Go to Sokoto and tie turban in your head. We have seen videos. Our Prime Minister have played one of the videos where one person was swearing in, changing his religion under the name of being a president. It happened in Edo State. In Edo State, the man who was contesting against what they call him, this man that is there now, he went and his own case that he was a pastor. He was a pastor. But in order for him to be the governor of Edo State, he went all the way to Sokoto. It was caught on video where a pastor was confessing, paying allegiance to another religion. So when you look at all these politicians, you see all these things they are doing, you think it's just a mere act. Some of them have taken an oath to play a certain role that if you do not cut them out now, a time will come when it will be too late. They are the people that are going to be rearing their ugly head at every given point in time. You see them coming out. They will sponsor. They will train. Most of these politicians, you see them going to church, they are not Christians. They are not traditionalists. They are loyal to a different thing altogether. So many of them. So my own very self, when I see what is happening in the state of Israel, I just look at Biafra. They have already called us a dot. They called us a dot. That tiny dot. And they are planning everything possible to make sure that we become that dot. That is why they try as much as possible to poison the mind of our brothers in the coastal region to make them not have anything to do with their brothers. But I thank you, that that ban have been broken. So many of them are very much awake, very, very much awake. And we will not allow that thing to happen in our own time. Chukwu Okike have given us a revelation and gave us a key for us to follow. The only thing that will make us to fall victim is that some of us are not paying attention and we are not following up. If we are following up and building on the foundation led by Mazen Nandekano, that very foundation and plan that Chukwu Okike gave him, which Mazen Simon is still building upon, if we can follow up, a lot of challenges we're going to face in the future will be cut short. It is not going to stop. It's not going to end, but it's going to be reduced to the minimum. If they told you in your wildest dream that what happened to the state of Israel will happen, will you believe it? The strongest nation in the world, with all the Iron Dome and all whatever. Look at what happened. A slighted chance that was given to them, slighted chance. That will show you that the people of Israel are not having, their military is having sleepless night. A slightest sleep you take, they are there. Look at the loss of life. Look at the loss of life. And they are having the same problem like us, because even just watch, within a few days now, you will see the game will change, the report will change. People will now begin to use them as the aggressor. The same thing they do with us in Nigeria. We will be the ones to lose our life. We'll be the ones to be oppressed. But at least any time you make any move and make it your own now will become the one that will be announced. Other people will do things in that zoological republic and go free. But let it be a Biafra. They will stand on top of the mountain and announce it. Their media will use it and begin to do broadcast. It will be on the media for many weeks without changing. But other people will do things and get away with it. In the zoological republic, all of you remembered when several times where the Biafrans have been threatened, more especially the Igbo Biafrans, up to the extent that a traditional ruler said that I will push you into Lagoon if you don't vote for my own candidate. There was no warning to him. Nobody warned him. Even your so-called Ohaneze and none of them, he was able to warn him and say, don't say that again. In just ended the election, ordinary tout came and said, if you do not vote for this person, if you try, you come near the polling booth, I'm going to take your life. Nobody warned him. There was no even apology. There was nothing like reprimanding. But look at that traditional ruler. Only because the traditional ruler opened his mouth and said that if you continue to burn our markets and destroy places, we are going to invite our brothers to guide our market for us. That statement alone, the man is still locked up. And to tell you that we have nobody in that zoo. Did you see Ohaneze Ndigbo making a case for that man? Have you seen any governor coming out to ask, why is that man locked up? Because people have said things that are worse than it. Not only, it wasn't even a threat. People have issued a threat and they carried it out against his own tribe. But only the statement he made, they took him and locked him up. So we really need to prepare ourselves. When we see the things that are happening over there in Israel, we need to prepare ourselves and know that we have a lot in our hands. Even after we have gotten Biafra, the neighbors we have around us, these people are still going to be our neighbor. They will still be our neighbor. It does not, no matter what, they will still be our neighbor. And they will not stop. They will not stop. So every one of us that is watching, please prepare to be in a police nation. Every one of us have to prepare to get the training both child, men, women. We will operate a police country. Every one of us has to be prepared. Look at the state of Israel, how they are calling back their reserve. Everybody is coming out. We are going to face the same fate. I pray, and I pray that it doesn't get worse like the way the Israelis are facing now. And that is why this internal conflict is to be resolved. It needs to be resolved now that we still have the opportunity. We need to resolve it and draw that very boundary. Let it be very, very open and bold. We have already started on that very note. The Prime Minister already started on that note when he made mention of the religions, the official religion of Biafra. When he made that mention of that official, that is part of the line you are drawing. It does not mean that other religions that were not mentioned cannot be in Biafra. You will be Biafra land, but there will be limits to everything. Because seeing what is happening in the state of Israel today, when you see what they are facing, the challenges they are facing, we cannot leave any stone unturned, or else it will haunt us for the rest of our life. And another thing is that we have to borrow leave from them also. We have to borrow leave. If you are a Biafran, borrow leave from the Israelis. Look at them. For those of us who are Christians, remember, the Bible made us to know that the Israelis, they are people after God's own heart. They acknowledge that. The children of Abraham, the promised children, the people of the promise, that even if there is somebody who is going to heaven, they will be the first class to go there before another person. That is what we learned. But do they fold their hand and depend on that promise? Do you see them folding their hand to depend on promise? Oh, after all, we are the firstborn of Jehovah. They don't. They are still the most sophisticated in weapon. They are armed to the teeth. You do them today, they will come. If you take one of them, they will come and take 7 of you. Take 7, they will take 1,000. Then after, you can come and begin to settle it. But in our own area, some of us, in as much as we love Chukwu Okike so much, we don't want to get engaged in any problem with Chukwu Okike. But there are responsibilities that belong to us that we are living for Chukwu Okike, which is wrong. Some responsibilities lies on you, on us, and we must do it. There are certain things that Chukwu Okike will never ever do for you. He will not. It is not that he cannot do, but he will not do it. It is your responsibility. I want you to take, for example, you remember the resurrection of Lazarus. Let me take you back there for those of us who are Christians. Majority of us are Christians. Even if you're not a Christian today, you must have heard the story about Lazarus, the way he was raised. When Christ came there to bring out Lazarus, he did not command that stone to go out. He didn't command stone to move away so that Lazarus can walk out. He told the people to roll away the stone. It was the responsibility of the people to roll away. And if they refuse to roll away that stone, Lazarus cannot come out. And I ask you, do you think that somebody who has the power to wake a dead man does not have the power to command the stone to move? Of course he does. But there are responsibilities for everybody. Division of labor is still there. It is the responsibility of the people to remove that stone, roll it away. It is your duty. Roll that stone away. Then he will come now, make his prayer, raise him up. Even after Lazarus was raised, he still told them to lose him and let him go. He didn't command the rope to go. He did not command the rope to fall off. Do you think he cannot command the rope to fall off? Somebody who woke a dead man, you woke a dead man. Then you tell me the person doesn't have power to command a rope to go out. But those are responsibilities of the people. He left it for them. So we should stop living our own responsibility for Chukwu Okike. If you continue to live your responsibility for Chukwu Okike, you will die. They are going to chop your head off. There's no choice about it. Go and stand in your church and begin to kabash until tomorrow. If they come, they are going to take you out. If there is such a thing like Chukwu Okike coming from heaven, sending a chariot from heaven to fight, The only people that Chukwu Okikame can send a chariot for them to fight is the state of Israel. The state of Israel. If there is something like that, that chariot should come from heaven and begin to fight. The only people it can happen to is the state of Israel. If it cannot happen there, it will not happen in Nigeria. It will not happen for us. So we must prepare. Get prepared. It is the responsibility of every Biafran child, man or woman, to prepare themselves for self-defense. It is our right to self-defense is not a crime. International law supports it. African law supports it. Nigerian law itself supports self-defense. We have seen the Minister of Defense so many times telling people to defend themselves. He will tell them, defend yourself. Don't wait on the military or the police. So Nigerian law itself supports self-defense. What are you afraid of? What are you afraid of? When we see the things that happen in Israel, we need to wake up and prepare. Begin to get ourselves ready. Begin to get ourselves ready. It is not going to be easy. But I believe that by the special grace of Chukwu Okikame, because he is the one leading, we are going to win. I pray that we wake up when we still have a time. Thank you, my minister.
Thank you, Mwachineke. Thank you for your submission. You've highlighted a lot of things, and you've pinpointed and elaborated so much at a very high scale, and especially that connected them. Even a layman will understand the point with grace. Thank you for that input. Vam. Let's say you run, go inside the other room. But thank God, say you don't run, come back again when we need you now. See, the people where Israel, they give food, they give electricity, they give fuel, they give water. Now them be the people where come this commit a genocide on the women and children and men of the same Israel. What thing you go talk, or what thing you go tell Biafrans, or what thing you go tell us, make we do, considering the fact that we have this same species in one Niger terrorists, where they come into our land to do the same thing, but with the strong force that we have formed, we have been able to destroy them. Imagine again, carry the mic, dissect it, make everybody understand the similarities of these people in Hamas and those ones in one Nigeria. If we have to treat these people the same way with these same steps that Israel have taken now, by making sure they cut off the oil now, cut off the fuel now, cut off the electricity now, cut off the water now, advise us so that we will let maybe everyone understand something. There we
Ndewo Mochineke. I want to appreciate the time our brother really spent to elaborate and expatiate on that topic and on that question. I am not going to say so much, but the little thing I'm going to say is this. There's one parable a leader used to say, maybe Mazu go will remember that parable. If you don't know, if you do not see, if you see what they are doing in Palestine today, that will teach you what will happen in your own side if you don't take precaution of what have taken place there. Mazugo, I don't know if you know that there's that parable. When Amaha case may something, Yale Ebuanya no world. There's a way Mazugo can say that. I don't know parable, but we need to. Mazugo, do you know that parable? Mazugo can used to say it. Okay, you know, I didn't place it well. But the truth remains that these people have the same identity, the same practice, the same God, the same religion, the same belief, the same demon. The same demon possessed them. So Israel had given them a democratic approach to life. Biri can biri. We can live side by side, no problem. Make we just day. Israel will provide them with electricity, provide them with water and everything. And it is true that there are blockages in all those places. Yes, why? Israel would have easily allowed them to move freely and everything. But any little chance you give to them, Iran will be sending in bomb, sending in a missile. Lebanon, Beirut, it will be coming. Saudi Arabia will be sending them. So Israel said, okay, no problem. We will block all the whole loopholes. We'll block everywhere. But you have water, you have electricity. But let everybody be in peace. But these people have their own agenda. They have their own mind. Their own is that Israel should not even exist. It's not even coexist this time. They say Israel should be wiped out of the map. Which kind of thing be that? The same thing they are telling us in Biafra land. People that don't know how our foundations were laid. People that don't know anything about our land. They come and they say, every Fulani all over the world, they invite them, let them come. Biafra land is their land. They will come and take over Biafra land. You don't see that kind of thing before? People that don't know anything about your culture, anything about your land, they have their own way, they have their own life. And now they want to come and take over from you, even pursue yourself. And how wicked they are. Even when they attack, sometimes Israel will retaliate, but with discretion. But these people, when they want to buy people, you see them very brutal. They massacre, they tear, they rip people apart. They naked women and then just dehumanize people. Sometimes you see them torturing children, little children. Why would they not torture children when they use their own children as human shield? They go into schools and they make schools to become, they use small children to protect themselves. Then when Israel will see, in those schools there are bombs and weapons there, when Israel will target those bombs and throw it, they will not be coming out with the lifeless body of children and be crying, hey, so that the world media will use it as propaganda against Israel. The same thing they do in Biafra land. You see army coming to Biafra land, parading themselves up and down, kidnapping youth. While there are massacre and killings in their country, in their side of the war divide, they don't go there to chase terrorists. They come to Biafra land. And when we buy maybe 8 of them, 20 of them, meanwhile, before then, they have done a lot of havoc. You will see price. Hey, IPOB, they are terrorists. Look at what they did to the Nigerian army. Tell me, what is Nigerian army doing in Biafra land? We collect Una land. We come drag land with Una. That's the problem. And there's another part of this thing I want to bring out, which is not part of the question you asked me, my minister. There are so many people in Biafra land. When we talk about Biafra, they say, no, Biafra is not possible. We cannot have Biafra. But when they see what is happening in Israel, you will see them say, I stand with Israel. If you cannot stand with Biafra, now Israel won't stand with. Charity begins at home. So many of them today, you see them. Many people that are saying one Nigeria. If you go to their post, they are supporting Tinubu, but you see them as in, you know why? Because they call themselves Christian. I stand with Israel because I'm a Christian. Let me tell you, Israel is not a Christian nation. Don't you know? Israel is not a Christian nation. You are a Biafran and you believe in Christianity, and that's why you support Israel. But you have not supported your Biafra. Originally, we are not Christians as Biafrans. Christianity is something that we adapted because it's a religion that suits what we also believe. It lines with us. But as far as Israel is concerned, it's not even a Christian nation. But you refuse to support Biafra. Your own, you want to support Israel, a non-Christian nation. We stand with Israel, no doubt. But those of you hypocrites and shameless Biafrans that have refused to stand for Biafra, but you are campaigning for Israel, how shameless you are, how stupid and foolish you are, how you misplace your priority. Today, there are so many Israelis that understand the root we have together. You see them, when they campaign, before this war in Israel, there's one of our brothers called Hanaya Naphtali. Hanaya Naphtali, any protest we make in Israel, Biafrans, you see Hanaya Naphtali, he's always there with us. He stands with Biafra. You know why? Because he knows the roots between Israel and Biafra. So that is why today, you see, any post he make, I support him. I stand with him. You know why? Because he stands with Biafra. He knows the meaning of Biafra. He knows that Biafrans are pari passu with Israel. But you don't support Biafra. You reject Biafra. Yeah, you want to stand with Israel. Hypocrites. That is why Nigeria must happen to you. A genuine Biafran is the one that support Biafra and support Israel. If you support Israel and you do not support Biafra, you'll be fake. Fake. Now you be fake. Fake. And you claim you are a Christian. Christian Bukwage Bab. I hand my microphone over. Thank you.
Thank you, Wanchine. You don't do justice to this matter. Thank you so much. Mazugo, you're not going to address the issue of the same people where Israel give water, give food, give fuel, give electricity. Now them still come they dig their grave. What do you go address now? One Nigerian terrorist as a country, they don't support Israel retaliation, but they support Hamas massacring the indigenous people, women, children, men that woke up in the morning heading to Sabbath, heading to Jerusalem to go and pray. Secondly, the Zoo terrorist government were so keen and very swift. They were very, very active in reporting and recirculating and rebroadcasting the genocide and the massacre on their social media handles. Massacre that happens in Israel by Hamas terrorists. But they could not and they would not allow the one happening in one Nigeria to be televised. Watching again. Carry mic.
First of all, if you remember, our leader, Mazen Nandekalo, said that give the Zoo journalist the money. Ask him to say that Jesus Christ is dead. He will say. Ask him to say that Satan is King of Kings. He will say. Ask him to.
No verse, no verse. That thing I was asking you. Somebody have made a comment about it. Let me read it now.
Okay.
Uzu na amari akpu ogele ya lebe egbe anya n'ọdụ.
Okay. Setago mi uzu na amari akpu ogele ya lele egbe anya n'ọdụ.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, I want to thank this person that wrote it for me. Let me appreciate you, Levi Anaibu. Thank you very much. Mazugo, I'm sorry for cutting you in, but that parable was very important for me. That's why I was looking for you. Thank you very much.
It's okay, my dear. So, give Zoo journalist the money. Tell him to say that he was there when Satan created this world. He will say it. Now, before I forget, you see today they are protesting in Abuja and the northern area. Don't be surprised tomorrow. You will hear that some Biafrans has been massacred in the north. And we have been calling from the time before our leader was kidnapped. Mazi Simon Ekpa, our prime minister, took it over. We took it over. We have been shouting, go back. Go back to your papa house. If you don't want to stay your papa house, you better go Lagos. Una no agree. They are protesting because Israel will throw bomb inside Hamas house. But they did not say anything about the bomb where they throw give them. No be even bomb matter. They kidnap, kill children, carry them, throw them inside cage. So anybody wey dey for north now, anything wey happen to you, you know say na on your own you dey. Abi? That is it. So the zoo journalists be say they can never speak of Biafra. They no go talk about Biafra. They cannot update anybody of Biafra because they are paid to do what you see them doing. You forget say some time ago they take China AIT license comot because he go preach. I don't forget wetin he preach, wetin the news update wey they go give, because they were not admitted, they were not permitted to give some certain things like Biafra. Even CNN, do you see them give any of that? No. And the thing where they pay me inside, you see, now the money where they realize from the oil in our houses, now they take go bribe BBC, bribe Al Jazeera, bribe CNN. Close your eyes to Biafrans as we kill them, as we massacre them, as we wipe them away, as we do Operation Crocodile Die, Crocodile Style, or the Python Stand, the Python Die, all of them. That is why you will not see Rufai tell you anything about it. Yet, he will go to America and carry award. He will go to Britain and carry award. Ask me, wetin Rufai they bring where others know they bring. I don't fit talk. But he will be the best man that when he comes on news, every news he says, tell me what is. Only when he will tell you that Biafra is a proscribed, is a terrorist group, Nantekali is the leader of the terrorist group, that is the only thing he's good in doing. Once you do the wrong thing in Nigeria, you have been you will be glorified. Anything you are doing right in Nigeria, you will not get it. You will not get. There's this man, I don't know if I have his video. I don't know if I have it. So you will play it, so people will understand it as well. Because when this one, a man of God shouting, man of God shouting. I wish I can see it. Because when we tell you that Nigeria is not for you, there is no amount of sacrifice you can give to these people. You can do, you can give, you can nothing for them to like you, for them to love you, for them to be your brothers, for them to be your sisters, for them to be in the same level with you. No, nothing. Because you are not in the same level with them. These people are not human beings. These people can never be human beings. These people will never be human beings. I want you to understand, say, anywhere you dey, anywhere you are, know it that these people are your enemies. Anyway, I see where Sani Musabi, all of them, they are condemning the evil going on against Israel. You see, one thing we say, they are always the victim. They fit come your house, you can't use knife or cut your neck, you come out. They go carry your head, they play ball after, let them be victim. They go do all things what they do. You even you are talking AU, Organization of African Unity, and the African Disunity. Yesterday, condemn Israel for the same attack.
How you call them? African waiting.
African Union of Disunity.
No, African corruption you call them. African corruption.
Okay, African corruption disunity.
Mm-hmm.
So they were condemning the attack the terrorists carried out on Israel. They say, yes, Israel no na cause the thing. Why no they give them anything where they want? Why no they give them freedom of movement? Why no they allow them to do waiting they do? Is it what somebody that want to live with you should do? What these people did? Are they human beings? Do you see them? Will you permit these people? This is why our leader, Mazen Nandekalo, said that these people are not human beings you can live with. You cannot live with them. They have nothing with you. Nothing. Because their mission is to kill, remove you, cut you, commot you. Only today it start to. This thing now, it didn't start now. It didn't start today. It has been there. Where God to see, want them. Those of you today romancing Funanis, romancing jihads, romancing these wicked people that I've already told you that you are an alien, not alien better now, you are an infidel, and you are still romancing them, drawing their agbada, going to bow down, they go bless you with curses. You know, say you get some blessing will be curses. When they give you like this, and of course they carry hip upon your head. If you want to talk to if you want to marry a woman, you will go and they will bless you with curses to go and marry a woman. And there is something I heard on Twitter today. I have never seen any Biafra man marry Funani, but Funani they marry our sisters. Funani they impregnate our sisters. Have you seen any Biafra man impregnate a Funani person? You don't see them before. You don't hear. Just say they be girlfriend and boyfriend. You don't hear. You can never see it. Yet we are so foolish and stupid. We go carry our children, give them marry. They have been here for years. Their own children go their house, go marry, but they go come your house, come marry your children. But they everywhere. That is why you see somebody like Hope Uzodinma. You see somebody like what do you call him, Dave Omahe. You see somebody like Wike. You see somebody like what is his name again, Mba. All the rest of them like that. All of them. That is why when Biafra come, they go test your blood before you enter the gate of Biafra. Your blood they go test them. But the good news is that, thank God, today we have social media. We are not waiting for Rufai to talk, Abati to talk, or Biogbe to talk, or CNN or BBC. Just like our leader said, a time we come, they will come and beg you, what is happening? Waiting to happen today. Now tell us, what do you have? What do you have to? A time is coming. We are doing what we are doing, and this thing, where would they do like this, like the social media, like our Prime Minister said, they say it's a social media, you can't do anything. But they are scared of your movement. Once they see you come out like this, they quit, they block it. How many people, when they do BB Nigeria, they don't block their YouTube channel or Facebook? How many of them? Make una think. What we are doing is what we will be doing, no matter what happens. These people, one thing I want us to know is that no matter what you give to them, no matter what you do to them, if you like, you even carry your mama, dodge them, because what they are good at, anything will be woman that they rape them. Anything, and after raping, they go kill the people. So they are the same people, whether you see them in Israel, whether you see them in Palestine, whether you see them in Turkey, whether you see them in anywhere, Arab, whether you see them for zoo, they are the same people. And they have made it clear, they don't hate you because you offend them. They don't hate you because you took anything from them. They don't hate you because you don't agree with them or you don't worship with them. No. Even if you worship in the same religion with them, they hate you simply because you are an infidel. And they are not looking forward to see you live close to them. They want you entirely wiped out. They want you wiped out. They don't want to see you. You can imagine what made them to go into Israel and begin to kill little children, innocent children, shooting. You carry gun, they shoot children when no fit do anything. The ones who remain, you carry them, throw them inside cages. You went to a place people were having their wicked group. You went there and killed those you could not, those you could kill, those you could not kill. You took them captive. You went to houses, you took people, you were butchering them, breaking their bones, and you say it's a freedom you are fighting. And I saw Sani tweeting what is rubbish he's tweeting. Alhaji Sani or Musa Sani, why have you not tweeted such thing against Nigeria to be against what Nigeria is doing in Biafra land? Today, everybody is talking about what do you call them? Palestine. As if they are anybody that is supporting Palestine, anybody that is supporting Egypt, that is not supporting Biafra, you are a wicked evil. And anybody that is saying Israel should free what do you call their name? Arabs, that Israel should give them a free hand. Ask yourself, free hand where? In whose land? You come to somebody, listen, this is why they must not come into your land. Because once they come, they are to wipe you away. Once they enter your land, they go wipe you away. They go enter, shake all the places they don't enter. Shake. Talking, they don't enter. Where are they? Where they there now? You see anybody who still be talking, all of them don't come out. No leave them, they live for talking now. They go enter your land, they go take you off. This is why Israelites are not allowing them to come. They give them boundary. Leave that place in your place. Don't come into our place. Yet they are not satisfied. They want to come inside Israel and build their center mosque. That is what they want. They say Jerusalem not their own. These are people that are strangers in the land. And today, what is happening in Biafra land? Have they not built their biggest mosque in Enugu? Did they not build in Ilorin? Did they not took the school that has been there, Christian school that has been in Ilorin, before they born any of us today? They claim it. They dictate what happens. They tell you it shall not be a Christian school. It shall be a school that Muslims shall be free. Muslims will be free to do what they want to do. But go to their school now. Can you go to their school? No. But they will come to your own. They will take it. This is their lives. These are not people you can do anything. Nothing, not the way you go fit do with them. Dear friends, if we do not fight for our freedom now, prepare to remain that infidel they have called you. Prepare to live in IDP camps. Prepare to remain wherever you are. If you are not in Biafra land, prepare to remain there forever as in exile. And I want to tell you, when you hear that these people has dispatched thousands, hundreds of thousands of them going into Europe, going into Asia, going everywhere, what do you think they're going there to do? Occupy and take over. That is what they're going there to do. There is nothing like Oliver say, you have to build your own house now. So at least if you will fight from your own house, not from another man's house. When they come to fight, you go they run for cover. No amount of peace, treaty, freedom, joy, food, cooking, love you can give to these people that will make them call you friends. Fight for your freedom now.
Thank you, Mwakineke. Where is or who is Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman? Is it the one of Saudi Arabia?
Maybe.
Or is it the one of Qatar?
Anyone in like he be, all of them are the same thing.
The point here.
I like that.
The point here is that he just threw his support to the Palestinians.
Did you people see the breaking news that the terrorists that took Biafran lives is gone? And they didn't even wait to see.
We are coming to that, but there is some controversies about that is madness. So,
which one of them I beg?
Go on.
Just passed away.
I mean, that one don't die since now. He died.
Now, what we don't want to happen to this Gowon is that we want him to sit back and then watch what will happen to the Biafran people before his very eyes, and how the Biafran people are going to destroy one Nigeria from beginning to the end. Okay, someone said is the Prince of Saudi Arabia. Okay, so Saudi Arabia invariably have thrown their support as terrorists to the terrorists. So terrorists will always throw their support to terrorists. All right, that is fine and good. Let me retweet it so that it will be recorded in history, and every man and woman will see it tomorrow. The Crown Prince. So the criminal here who supervised the massacre of Biafrans, they said is dead. And when you go to his Wikipedia too say he's dead. And his personal aide just came out and wrote now, and he was on a live TV on Weather AIT, and he was telling the international media that he's not dead, that he's still alive. And Biafra, you have echo from your head. That is why we want to the way you want. You see? And now, what is echoing? I don't know if you're watching the device.
I feel caged up here.
Are you watching from the device?
No.
That is really my voice back. It's only coming from no other person's voice. So as I speak now, people are coming back. And the audience are
Maybe is she watching? From another device?
No, this is the only one. It was only when somebody called me from the zoo, from my second phone. So maybe that was the sound. I tried to stop it.
Do like this. Go out and come in again. Go out and come in. Let's maybe correct. Just exit the come back.
Exit.
Yeah. Now, okay. Now, Wikipedia says this man is dead, and media houses are carrying that he is dead. Our PM has tweeted that he is dead, and his own personal aide came out on a live TV and said that he is not dead, that he is still alive.
But I want to ask a question. No verse. This man is alive, of what use you see to himself even.
Hey, oh my God.
But they don't come back on. So,
and Baba, carry the mic. Talk on this man whether they die or whether he's still alive or whether he know one die or whether he go die tomorrow. But tell him, say, make him wake up, make him never die. Or maybe they go use juju, maybe they wake him up first. Make him consider the wonders of Biafra before he die.
My concern is not any other thing, but that this man was supposed to be a Christian until the last day they say he died. The question I want to ask is, who is the person that was close to this man and allowed him to die, and they opened the gates of hell for him to go in? Because this man did not repent of his sins. So, except if there is no hell, because if there is hell, this man is headed there. I'm telling you. Because, so, these people should just stop deceiving themselves with the kind of Christianity they say they are practicing in Nigeria or in Africa. This man oversaw the massacre of over 5 million people, 5 million Christians. The people that were massacred were Christians, because Biafra is a Christian nation. Christian. At least the major religion they practice in Biafra is Christianity. I know there are traditionalists, majorly, Christians, and he oversaw the massacre of it. And until his death, he knew what he did was evil, and he did not apologize, he did not repent, and it was there up till this time that he has passed into the gates of hell. The Nigerian government were still sending military into Biafra land. And we have been close to our restoration now, because we have closed our mouth in his case, because we wanted him to be alive, to see that Biafra he fought against, to see the reality of it. But Chukwuka Abbiama knows why. Maybe Chukwuka Abbiama does not want him to see the beauty of Biafra, because Biafra is going to be so beautiful that evil men like him shouldn't even see that beauty. It's better they go and face the consequences of the evil they committed, so that they will not even see the glory that will be revealed in Biafra. But all the same, I wish he should, those people that are believing in their God, faking themselves as if they believe God, but not knowing that they are serving Satan, they should wake him up now. Or where is all these pastors that join him in praying for Nigeria? Because he kept traveling all around the country, all around the contraption he called country, praying for Nigeria. Now look at him. The gates of hell are waiting for him. Pathetic evil. Please let somebody take the microphone. I don't even want to talk about it, because the thing is that these people, if you look at it, 88 years.
You say you don't want to talk about that. Maybe you can't remind us.
88 years. He
lived
88 years. Why do evil people live this long? 88 years.
You know, say, you get how one Nigeria go do. You think go to vex you to even talk about your publications. All their media houses, the same media houses that wrote that he is dead, are the same media houses that are flagging everywhere that he is not dead. Why? Because they hear from the personal aid now, or the media head, and say, which kind of Nigeria? Which kind of Nigeria be this? When they go front, talk, come back. Just like Umazugo said, you give them white envelope from our leader's quote, they will sing the praises of Satan for you. They will write the thing, turn it upside down, give them money again, tell them to write it the other way. They will turn it and tell you that the same person they wrote before and said is the best president, that is the worst president within the next 1 minute. Imagine Adeboye preached that Buhari is the savior that is going to save Nigeria. Everybody should go and vote for Buhari. After they finished with Buhari, he came back again. He said, hey, Buhari has become the worst. So where is that your prophecy again? Now, they now say, Tinubu will be the best thing that will happen to Nigeria. So anything where they preach, as everybody will follow. At the end of the day, they will say there is no word in their prophecy. It's very, very shameful. So please, we want people, Biafra, you are going to send message to all these pastors, where sabi pray well, where sabi do magic, and all these where they lie, say they got the message from our ancestors, they got the message from the gods of our land, they got the message from the sun, they got the message from the dark, they got the message from where it rises and where it falls and where it starts, they got the message from the middle. Please send message to them, or tell them that they should go and do all the invocation that they know how to do, and then wake for one from wherever he is sleeping. They don't put them for mortuary. May they go do juju, may they go do prayer, fasting and prayer. May they wake for one up, because we want the one alive.
Not dead.
See the wonders of Biafra. And that Biafra carry my gave.
Thank you for unmuting me like a little child. Well, when I saw the news, or somebody wrote it here. Before I go into that, there's somebody who said that we should stop one Chukwuemeka up Biafra. He said we should stop seeking for relationship with Israel I just want to tell him that our relationship with Israel, that we should look for Russia to support us. That's what he wrote. Our relationship with Israel is different from our relationship with the Russians. So that of Russia is different. At this time, when the Israelites are going through what they are going, that's the trending news and is still alive. So we have to show them solidarity at this time. That does not mean we are looking for relationship with Israel. I don't know if I have answered that question to him, because sometimes it's good to, read their comments to know what they think, because they are the ones watching us. Now, when it comes to go on, I have personal grievance, towards go on. My immediate brother died as a child during that war. So Gowon's death, I don't feel anything for him. I don't feel anything for him. Wherever he is now, I'm sure he will be facing all those people he massacred innocently. Because, yes, because Gowon, he wasn't a child. He was in his 30s when he went to Aburi with our supreme leader, Odumegwu Ojukwu. They went to Aburi and they agreed on something. When they came back, he started creating 400 years, listening to this person, listening to the other person, not to agree with the plan and the agreement, So I don't know why he lived up until this time. He's supposed to have gone alongside those he sent to their early graves, because that man really tortured us. He tortured Biafrans. No pastor should pray for him. Now the same Fulanis that he fought to protect are sending his own people from Plateau State. Is that not where he came from? From Pangshin? They are sending them to their early graves too. So like you people have said, these people, no matter what you do, even if you cut your nose to make your face flat, they will never appreciate you. That's the most sacrilegious thing that Gowon did, to follow them and kill his fellow Christians. So why is he dying? I thought he will be like Methuselah. I will not tell any pastor to pray for him. Let them not pray for him. Let him go to the God Almighty and answer his own call.
Biafra.
My dear.
You know why we say you should call the pastors to do this prayer? Because all the pastors in the Sociological Republic, they are all corrupt. They are all criminals. All of them are praying for their tithe and offering and their pocket. They will see children and women being massacred by Fulani terrorists and one Nigerian government. They tell them, continue to pray for one Nigeria, it will be better. Continue to pray for Nigeria, it will be better. The next thing, they will massacre the person that was praying for one Nigeria. And him, the pastor, he will zoom off with his armored car. His armored car can protect him, protect his wife, protect his children, protect, that is, if he like, we go put him bodyguard for the car. If you don't like, the bodyguard go use keke come house or go house. But for him and his children, all of them must be protected in the armored car. So that is why we did not say go and look for external pastors. So that the same one where they pray for the continuation of the contraction. Now we say, make them go do that their evil and fake prayer where they do for the sustenance of one Nigeria. May they wake this go on for us, because we need him to come back and take some bullets and then see how things will be happening. But if you say you don't want call them to do the prayer, anyway, we will use another pattern to send the prayer to them. Anyway, round up your submission.
Well, why do you want go on to be prayed for? Is there any any relationship?
God bless you for asking this question. Answer this question.
Yes, we are friends now. The prayer, I will pray for him in case you don't want to pray. I will pray. And go on. As you go to the land of death, may the over 7 million Biafrans where you massacre meet you. May they welcome you with needle, shooking you, and they will not cut you into pieces. They will just be shooking you forever and ever. May the blood of those innocent children, even those where they cut their mama womb to bring them out to cut them into pieces, may they torment you. They will torment you, not me. They will torment you and torment you. But at the best, he say you die, you, because I want make you die alive. Make they kill more people. Make you they cry because you die crying.
I make you say, I beg, make a Biafra, call the criminal and the corrupt pastors and bishops where they Nigeria, may they do prayer, may they wake for one up. Make God one never die.
Yes.
May they wake up. Make him come back first.
Tomorrow I will pray for God to resurrect. I will
come back first. Resurrect him first. Let him come back first and see Biafran self-referendum convention, and then see the next steps that we are going to enter in Biafra, and then see the fulfillment of what Gowon did, whether it is working to the positive or to the negative. And then now sit back and then watch what Philip Effiong told him, that if you did not treat the children of Biafra, that you massacred their parents, that they will come back and then give you 100-fold of what you don't expect. Let these pastors go and do the best of their prayers and their miracle to resurrect this man. Call him, let him wake up, make him never die. If they don't put up for mortuary, make you go mortuary, go do prayer. Bring this man, come back. Now, now we say make you do. We not say make you do prayer where go rest. Rest for waiting. Person where destroy the children of Biafra, now you go rest. No! Make you come back first, come and see the reality of the Biafra in fulfillment before you go rest. In the grace, even if you die tomorrow, you know they go rest. So his soul will never rest forever. His spirit will never rest. He will be wandering like a wanderer in another world forever and ever. That is the kind of prayer we said you should. Prayer of bring the enemy that is trying to run away from justice. He's running away from justice. He's untimely dead. He's running away from justice. Why did they die now? Well, you never collect to finish. Come back first. Come and sit back and then watch your community in flames. Watch how the Fulani terrorists that you enough for them to come in to destroy the children of Stoke. Watch how your own even house will be invaded. Watch how the one Nigeria terrorists that you help to massacre everybody. Watch how they will behead you. Come and sit back first and watch how one Nigeria will be terrorized from point A to point Z, so that you will see everything in plain black and white. From there, you will understand that Nigeria that used you, Britain that used you to commit the genocide, which you were very happy about, and then Nigeria cannot keep you or protect your life or sustain you forever. We thank all Biafrans and we thank all our ministers in the house. We thank those that are supporting us in every way to make sure the liberation of Biafra is going in a very high scale. Our men and women and our gallant men and women are at the forefront of the brunt of one Nigeria. They face all manners of hard treatment and war situations. We want to thank the armed forces of Biafra for not allowing Biafra land to be vulnerable to the situation that we see today in Israel. We want people to understand something here. Israel is a sovereign country, right? And then they have everything in place. The same people that they were giving food, giving electricity, giving water, giving everything are the people that came to attack them. They used that their good nature, that their goodness and mercy, that love and kindness, they use it to walk in to destroy them. We are going to implement the same strategy that Israel has taken on cutting off everything from the enemies of Biafra, both from fuel, electricity, water, and food. How many of you know that it is the debris or the finishing product of the oil and gas in Biafra land that is giving electricity to Lagos? How many of you know? How many of you know about this? Electricity is generated from something in Biafra land and it is channeled down to Lagos. You don't know, right?
They have used us for so long.
Okay.
In fact, we are very kind people. And like I said, that I do think of crazy things. How can we just keep quiet and they are using this oil to get whatever they want? All the weapon, all the aircraft bombing our home, all the loans, all this loan that Nigeria is borrowing because they are oil producing country. What have they done for it? And who will pay that debt? Why can't we use that oil to get whatever we want ourselves? That's my own thing. You know, you remember when I made my first speech, I said that sometimes I do think in a crazy manner. You know, why can't we use the same thing that is in our own land?
Thank you, Biafra. Thank you, Biafra. You know, Biafra is not going to be 100% dependent on the oil and gas. It's going to be brain use.
No, it's not using it to depend on it, but at least to pull ourselves out of this trap. Because when they see this superpower like Russia or South Korea bringing in something there, they will sit up.
Step by step. Hold on, we are getting to that point. Let us round up because we've been here for over 3 hours. So, to the Biafran people, you need to understand that your resources is what is powering one Nigeria.
Yes.
And it's the same resources that they are now using to fight you back. When Gowon was funded in 66 to 70s to the genocide of the Biafran people, it was still the oil and gas that was used for share to buy all the weapons that UK now supplied back to them. UK did not spend their dime to buy those weapons. It is your oil and gas that was suctioned in Biafra land that was now sold, and they use it to buy that weapon that they now use to come and massacre you. So, what are we saying? The same way the Israelis have cut off oil, cut off water, cut off fuel, cut off food supplies from the terrorist unit which they were supplying food and all this help, which in turn they now use and capitalize on their help and their sympathetic way to now come back to attack them. Biafrans are going to implement same in due course. That is the message we want one Nigerian Fulani terrorists to understand. We cannot continue to pamper our enemies and romance with them forever and ever, while we now go to be crying and packing our women and children in body bags. No, it doesn't happen. So Biafra land will continue to be defended at all costs, and Biafran people stands with Israel, especially at this dire moment. So in your prayers, you remember Israel, you remember Biafra. Do not forget that they face the same thing that we face. They go through the same thing that we go through. It's the same kind of enemies that is fighting and that is fighting us. Above all, remember our self-referendum convention in Finland It's loading. Our PM has been there to the scene of the event, and the venue is ready and is waxing strong and waiting for all of you to arrive. Everything is set. Remember also our fundraising every Saturday. It has become a tradition. So we don't miss any Saturday because we need more guns and bullets. If Israel, that is a country that has been standing for years, that have all the weapons, were taken unawares, they invaded their lands in the night, where they did not even think that this kind of people may invade their land from this kind of place. Now understand the importance of ESN, Biafra Liberation Army, Biafra Resistance Fighters, the Biafra Navy, keeping watch and standing strong 24/7, making sure the territories and the boundaries of Biafra are well taken care of. They are on watch all the time. If they were not there, our women and children would have been massacred just like what you see. You wake up and then you start seeing bodies littered everywhere. So you must remember these men and women in the bushes in your prayers. And also remember that they will not be able to do anything successfully without funds, without money. We need the money to buy the guns and bullets and to supply every logistics that they need. Above all, we thank all of you for all you've been doing. Keep up the good work because it is Biafra first. So on this note, we're running up, and then 1 minute goes through the panelists, and then we wrap it up. Bam, pick it first.
Yeah, 1 minute. Thank you very much. Thank you, fellow Biafrans. We've spent a lot of time tonight, and I want to appreciate you for hanging in. Like our Prime Minister have shown you all, anybody that if you can make it to Finland and you miss it, you know what you have missed. So try not to miss it if you know you can make it. Thank you very much. And do not forget to support our men. That is the most important thing. Airborne.
Thank you, Martineke. Airborne. That'll be after 1 minute.
Okay. In summarizing all that we say today, I thank our people for their Monday sit at home. It continues, and our fundraising is now a weekly something we should all endeavor to support and maintain our mental toughness. Pray for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, our leader, his health and his release. Pray for our Mmeji Buago, the Brgie Prime Minister, Commander-in-Chief, for him to maintain his focus. We are behind him. May God bless all Biafrans, both home and abroad. Bless my colleagues, and we pray for the Israelis at this time. God bless you all and good night.
Thank you, Ada Biafra. Thank you. We go to 247. Grab the mic.
You the shop, they tell me grab mic. You the shop, they tell me make I grab mic. Now wow, I don't know say you get this kind of mind. Well, Biafras, thank you all. We don't try. Honestly, we don't try. You know easy. And you when they listen to us too, you don't try. We must understand one thing, that nobody go fit like you. I know say love, oh, nobody go fit like you, reach waiting you like yourself. Nobody go fit fight for your freedom more than you go fight for yourself. All we need is freedom. Whether somebody get Harvard University certificate, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. All these things you see are distractions. Focus on what you are supposed to focus on. Biafra is our goal, and it's Biafra or Biafra. Biafra first. Airborne. Good night, everybody.
Airborne. Chief Survivor. Carry the mic, go.
Fellow Biafrans, thank you so much for being with us up to this very minute. I appreciate everyone that have been patient with us till this time. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama guide and protect every one of you. I will only leave you with a very simple message that we must sustain the progress we have made so far. It must be sustained. And the only way we can sustain the progress we have made so far is to increase our effort in whatever we are doing. Whichever area you know you are being called, please increase your effort. And may Chukwu Okike Abiyama guide us and lead us through. Thank you, fellow Biafra, and see you next time.
Our message today goes to also the criminals call themselves Ohanes and Igbo, the traditional or the political Igbo's who gathers all the time to discuss rubbish. We have become a political stooge, bastardizing our culture. And each time you gather and you discuss nothing about the cultural value of our people and of our nation, only about how to stop Simon Ekpa. The internal conflict you created is ongoing. Don't run away from it. You have all been bragging how you will do this and do that, and we have been trying to avoid the internal conflict you are bringing to us. But I have come to tell you again that we have embraced it. Do not run away from it. I was watching in the mirror yesterday where some of them were making those rubbish. I laugh. There is nothing you do that is hidden so long as you are stepping your foot on the ground, on the soil of Biafra land. I will watch you like a movie. There is no hiding place. But do not be surprised and ask a question. You brought upon yourself what is happening today. And this is just the beginning. Do not think that you have monopoly of violence. We said it that those people that are bringing the military to burn our villages, kill our women, burn our market, the time, this is your own turn. You are going to witness that thing that you did through the military. Izombe was raised, Ahiototo was raised. This is exactly the way all your homes will be raised. That thing you did to poor Biafra people in the name of politician, in the name of Igwe, Biafra people are going to do it to you. For the past 2 years, you have been burning markets, you have been burning villages, and raising them down. Of course, nobody has come to rescue the people you have rendered homeless. We will make all of you homeless before Biafra come. Every one of you will be homeless before Biafra come. What market? When we were telling you to stop burning markets, to stop burning villages, you thought we were making mouth. All of you, is it not social media? You make mouth in social media, and that's it. I hope it is still mouth in social media. Oya Gwara Marago. I hope it is still mouth on social media. Because you see those flames that you brought upon innocent women and children in Biafra land. We were sharing those things on social media. How you destroyed the means of livelihood of an average person in Imo State. To be precise. Burning markets anyhow. Bringing military to burn, thinking that by doing that, we are going to abandon Biafra. Today we are stronger than ever. It did not stop us from fighting for Biafra. Rather, you made us more stronger, and you are bringing out the beast in us. So it is time for you to pay for the atrocities you have committed against innocent women, children, and some families, whom you have rendered useless and homeless today. It is time for you to go homeless. All of you will go homeless from A to Z. When it gets to your turn, you collect it and you go to Abuja and stay there. Or you go to Lagos and stay there. Till further notice, you cannot be burning people's villages, homes, and expect to enjoy yourself. It is not possible. The game